Alright, we're gonna try this again. So, a moment. Try and say something.
Oh!
Bibbidi babbidi boo.
Bomb.
Oh! Bibbidi babbidi boo.
Yep.
I like that you just said, yeah, after we all just said.
That was fun. Okay, yeah, it works. So, hello everybody, welcome back.
7-minute delay, but it's okay.
Yeah, sorry for the little delay. We will make up for that. Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Very late night.
Very late night. We are back though. We are back and we are ready to play another session of D&D in our Tales of Irus adventure. Last time we had our session 0 where the characters got to know each other as children, but as they have since traveled out in the world and grown up on their own. I should also say that, again, disclaimer for the art that we are using. Some of the art is taken from Pinterest and other sites on the internet. If the artists ever contact us and tells us to use other art, expect that we'll change the art. On top of which, we have gotten an agreement with Soundscape that we can use some of their sounds and music.
Sword Coast soundscapes.
Sword Coast soundscape, indeed. So we can use some of their music, so expect to hear that in the near future. Other than that, is there anything else anybody want to put in?
I love a good kebab. Holy fuck.
Can we have an ASMR section with Matthias just eating his kebab? Like 2 minutes.
I would die.
That would be interesting.
Oh, I do hate tomatoes. Fuck tomatoes.
Okay, but anyway, we have.
I would just like to put it out there right away that I have a cough, so I will excuse myself for whenever I start coughing uncontrollably.
That's
yeah, and I also have corona.
No, you don't, you ass.
He has the ale, the ale, so technically he has Corona ale. Anyway.
Yeah, but that is like the oldest joke of the entire pandemic.
I suppose, yeah. Still.
It's still a good one, though.
And we, of course, have our players, our amazing players. We have the Lord, the Broman.
What up?
We have beautiful Beatrix. We have...
So pretty.
So pretty. We have magnificent Matthias.
Or Ray Ray.
Or Ray Ray. And we have coughing squid-like Crush, also known as Matthias. And of course, I'm your DM, I'm Max. Also known as Wolf. So...
Oh, Wolfie.
Oh, Wolfie, apparently.
By me.
So, without further ado, let us begin. Our adventure begins again. With a letter in hand and hope in their eyes, our adventurers set out to meet with their adoptive father on the road. As we saw them, they were young and impressionable. But who have they become after setting out for some years on their own to make their name and coin? But more importantly, who will they become in the time to follow? As late afternoon comes to... Sorry. As late afternoon comes to, and the sky starts turning to orange, the autumn air fills their lungs as they ease their way down a winding path. You travel down a winding path, and I realize now that nobody can see any. My streamers can't see anything.
Oh.
So
Holy fuck.
I'm gonna give them another person's view. If I'm capable of doing that. There we go. That should help them. for now.
Who are they watching?
Right now they're just watching the screen. I haven't been able to properly set up the tokens, it seems, so they can see through each and everyone's tokens. But
Okay, let's see if I remember the names here. The Dragonborn is Gesh. Quaid, right?
indeed.
And that's a human.
Great as a human, indeed.
And Yuzu is a changeling.
Yes, but now I'm a purple tiefling
Indeed. So,
with Asian. I look like an Asian.
I would believe that at some point in their lives, changelings have some major identity crisis.
yes,
No, I
anyway.
actually read that it's like. Well, anyway, I'll. It's not important.
You look around to the people you've known for years. The waning sunlight of the day plays through the leaves as the evening comes by. It's been a while since you've traveled like this. Last time you all gathered was several years ago, when you all had settled to strike out and try your own fortune. But a letter had called you together once again. Further down the road, an elderly voice, kind though stoic, calls out from behind you. Now slow down a little, children. An elderly high elf comes over the rise. Short, white hair, draping muttons and a scruffy beard over his chin and over lip, merging with a long white beard that goes from his chin. His robes are the length to his ankles and dyed in a deep navy blue color. His hand holds onto a long staff with a gnarled headpiece where pearls and a golden chain hangs from. I'm not as young as I once were. This is a face of your adoptive father, your stepfather, in a sense. The face of Theodoranus Kelkian. He has shown his age these past recent years. And you can see upon him that he certainly isn't as bright as he once were. These later years seems to have come swiftly upon him.
Is he carrying something?
He is carrying a satchel, yes.
Does he look like he needs help with that?
Not at the moment, no. As he comes closer, he looks at all of you. Let's rest for the night. A little ways ahead, hmm? He smiles warmly, and assuredly he catches up to you. Sure enough, a clearing rests along the road, upon which there you see there has already been set up a small camp. There are some workers, some people, a few guards standing around.
You know these people, Father?
Sadly, I don't. But I do know that multiple travelers come here to camp on their way to Rinnerstein. As he continues down the road. Do you follow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We guess just like just sneaking up to walk behind Astrid as he's like walking behind her like with a big smile on his face. He is very happy.
So he follows the road as he comes forward to the camp. By the camp entrance stands a human soldier, bald of head, wears a long blue cape over his heavy armor. Short hair, shaven beard, and as you approach, he lifts one hand, another hand on the sword that is resting within his scabbard. Halt! State your business. The Duranus nods slightly. We are simply seeking shelter for the evening and the night. He looks around to the lot of you, the Scotsman. Where have you travelled from? A bit around. Come from various roads of life, you could say. Right. Names, and he looks to each and every one of you. His eyes first falls on the human within the group.
My name's Quaid.
Mm-hmm.
This is my adoptive father.
Thildoranus lifts his hand. I am Thildoranus Kilkin. The guard nods. Then he looks over to the tiefling.
I'm Yuzu.
His eyes gently slides over to the half-elf.
I'm Astrid.
And the Dragonborn, all the way back there.
Yeah. Gesh looks at the guard and he smiles and waves his hand a little you may have heard of me. I'm Gesh, the bard.
I had expected him to kind of make a song about himself there.
I am Gash the Magnificent.
How about do we have to pay for this for a place in this camp, my good man?
He looks at you, then quickly over to Gesh. Never heard of you. It looks back to you, sir. No, I just need to keep the lumberjacks safe.
Okay. Good news.
So we're free to stay here as long as we don't cause any trouble, I'm assuming.
Yes, you're free to stay, as long as you don't cause any trouble. That's true. If you need anything, simply ask. I am Jacob Garce.
Pleasure to meet you, Jacob. Tell me, is there any other fine musicians in this camp like myself?
No. Well, one of the lumberjacks is capable of playing the saw, but that goes boring rather quick.
Gesh kind of nods a little and well, everything is an instrument. You just need to find a true musician in yourself and you can play pretty much anything. Well, my friend, you're in for quite a show tonight before bedtime.
Oh, yes.
Right.
As Astrid is is it weird that I missed this?
Right. Come on in. He lets you pass.
Thank you very much.
He lets you pass. The other guard looks at you and also nods, stand at attention as you come into the camp. There are plenty tents. Most of the tents seem to be capable of holding 2 people. The big one capable of holding 4. There ain't a lot of lumberjacks here. There is a half orc and 4 humans. They all seem to be gathered around a table with a map upon it. The fires in the camp ain't lit. It's not cold enough for that. But you can already see how This camp itself seems to have recently been fortified with the wooden spikes that turns out around the camp.
Interesting.
So what are you guys trying to keep out so desperately? I say as I look at the wooden spikes.
Are you asking the half-orc?
Yeah, I'm asking these people here, like,
Okay.
just casually, like.
They look at you, and the half-orc turns around. He is about a head taller than you. Are you like, bandits? Wolves? Other dangerous critters? Bears?
Oh, okay.
Raccoons? I hate
That
raccoons.
doesn't sound too bad.
They're filled with diseases, so...
What is this map? Can I see?
You can see the map, certainly. The map seems to be a map over the region of Rinestein. It isn't a very detailed map, but it's just like a map with the general more known town or farmholds, as well as the region, as well as the region paths that are. The roads and how they lie.
Okay. Gosh, this place sucks. You have to do something, man. You have to play something.
Gesh is already working on taking up his loot as he just looks at the user and is like giving her a very nod like, oh yeah, this is about to be the best place ever, and then he starts like playing this little chill music on his lute.
Alright.
Just clinkering away.
Alright, roll me a performance. Wow.
I mean, whenever anyone describes a bard playing, I only hear the Witcher song these days.
Right. So, yeah, you play some rather good and chill music. People seem to appreciate it as they look over the shoulders and look towards you. Some of them nod a bit and seems very pleased. Telloranus walks over to the fireside as he slowly sits down and takes a good look at all of you. I haven't had the chance to hear what everybody has been up to. Well, of course, some of you are sending letters, but it's more easy to hear it from the horse's mouth, isn't it?
Gesh plays a note wrong when the mentioning of letter comes up. He's kind of like do do bam do, and he's like kind of looking at the father, kind of like, and then kind of turning a little bit away and like leaning down against his flute as if he's like trying to hide, but also like listening very carefully to what he is playing.
All right. So yeah, you do that. Telloranus sits waiting expectantly as he looks to each and every one of you. As none of you starts to speak up, his eyes first falls to Astrid. Astrid, where have you been off to?
Mostly in the wilderness. I've been running with a few company of adventurers. None of them worked out very well for me. There's not much to tell. I guess it's been a bit of a disappointment so far. I was hoping that traveling, seeking adventure would be more glamorous, I suppose. I think I believe the stories too much.
Stories are always good to have. Remember, every legend is bound in a little bit of truth. What of you, Gesh?
Gesh takes a little time to think as he continues to play on his lute, and he eventually looks to the father and the other and is like, Well, you see, Father, as you know, like, being the last one to move out, and as you also know, Father, like before I went to college, my music wasn't, enough. It led to a lot of coming back home, which I, of course, really appreciated. It was so nice to see you, Father, and Miss Watkins.
You're always welcome.
And he smiles and kind of nods a little bit, and is like, well, other than that, just a few fights, college. I worked at the tavern for a while. Like, I wasn't allowed to play music there at the time because apparently I don't know what music is. But I was serving the patrons, talking shit with the patrons, getting a few bruises here and there. A good time. It will make a wonderful story about the origins of Gesh, Linksa Cassendelor. And he nods and continues focusing on his playing.
I see you've picked up a name for yourself. That's good. That's good. Individuality is important. How about you, Yuzu?
What did Max? What did my parent say? What they were doing? We didn't talk about that.
I haven't told you what they told him. And he looks at you.
Okay. Well, I picked up hunting, big game, but I was never really one to roam the wild.
Ah.
I'm kind of looking for my paths,
And your parents' bakery, is that all right?
Oh yeah, it's doing better than ever. They opened like 2 other shops, but it's just it's not for me. I don't know. It was nice to reunite, but it will never be the same.
I see. Well, you did have. You weren't much of a sweet tooth, actually. Not as much as Quaid here. So, Quaid, have you been eating too many sweets?
I wish. There were many challenges when I moved away. Of course, you have to make a living in order to buy food, and it's not as easy as I thought it was in the beginning. But when I moved out, I managed to find a traveling circus, you could call it. It was a showrunner basically, and they took me in at first as a stagehand. I was helping them set up the stage and whatnot.
Honorable work.
Yeah, yes, that's how it started out, and eventually, some of the gladiators, they appreciated some of the effort I made in there, and they offered to teach me how to, put up a good show in the games. So I went along with that, and it went very well. Actually, we went around for a long time. We made a decent living, and we always had lodgings, and it was actually very, very intriguing to be doing. But I got tired of it in the end, and I needed to be able to go out and do something on my own. I wanted to be able to take care of myself instead of relying on other people. So that's what I did after some years' time. Still difficult. I traveled a lot, and I met this merchant, and he hired me as an escort for his services. And eventually, we met this another merchant he had, and I was actually doing very good. He was very impressed with my work, so he put me up as a. Well, I wrote this to you in my letters, but I was in charge of the planning of the routes for this merchant. That it went really well until he. I think he got a letter from perhaps a noble with a really good and lucrative position at a household. So he didn't really leave much at the end. I had a horse and a small caravan I had to deal with, so back to stage 1 basically. And I had a few run-ins with bandits. It was a bit of a rough period at that point, but I met this hunter. It really taught me how to take care of myself during these dark times. So I think overall I got what I wanted out of it all.
That's good, my child. It's good to know that you've all managed. You've all seems, or sounds at least, like you have been able to come into a bit of your own and not be stuck up at home, making new flutes every day.
Thank God.
Look what I still have. And I show him the little mechanical bird.
Ah, I see.
I managed to oil it up a few times so it didn't break.
It might need a tune-up.
Oh.
But otherwise,
You wanna...
it looks good. It certainly does.
Yeah. It's my favorite thing, actually.
So, you share some stories, and as you do, the workers of the camp walk a bit around. They seem to be preparing a bit for the evening. Some of them are checking up on the defenses that is around the camp. The half-orc heads over in order to chop some firewood. While this man still stands at the table, he stands with a notebook, writing a few words down. He's been quiet for now, but he does seem to have noticed you, definitely. Another man is tending to the horses, and as evening slowly comes by and it is starting to get cold. Sorry. The campfire is lit.
Sit down and curl my tail up.
Gash is, still throughout all that time, you're just continuing to play, switching the tunes up a little bit, and as it starts to dim down, settle and become night, he kind of mutters something under his breath and moves his arms a little, it's kind of like he's playing, and then as he finishes one stroke, he kind of raises his hand and waves it in a cool manner as he's saying something under his breath, and then drums starts to play from his lute as he continues to play again.
Alright.
Just the beating of a drum. Getting those fame points.
You can roll me in another performance, you have advantage.
Hell yeah. Let's see. The drums ruins everything.
It's not, you're not as good as drums as you had hoped. It's nothing that comes new to you, but it's definitely not something that you have trained enough in yet to really get off a good beat. A few people actually seem slightly annoyed, others is just shutting it out completely. But yes, evening comes, and such food is starting, or rations are starting to be found by each of the workers and the guards as they start to eat their own rations. Theodoranus looks around and mutters a little bit and goes, why don't we make something? Why don't we make a stew?
Do we have the meat? Or do we...
Well, I do have a little meat with me, yes. He takes forward a small mess kit, as well as a small bag of ingredients. There's some meat, some vegetables, some potatoes, and he puts the mess kit over the fire to heat it up, or the pan from the mess kit to heat it up as he starts to roast the meat. He finds the large travel bowl that he has with him, and he looks to one of you. Oh, could any of you get me some water?
On it.
So you go pick up some water. Meantime, he looks to Astrid as he hands Astrid some vegetables. Could you chop these up?
Of course.
Good. He removes the roasted meat from the fire, in the pan. Hands the pan carefully over to Quaid. Now, could you cut the meat into bite-sized pieces?
Of course, I was wondering though. The rest of the people here, they don't seem to be having a warm meal. Do we have enough to serve everyone, or do we have to find more in that case?
Well, if they have some ingredients to chip in with, I am certain that we can make enough for everybody.
I think a warm meal would, they would appreciate that either way. Anyway, I'll accept the meat and begin cutting it up.
Mm-hmm. He then looks to you, Gesh. Gesh, can you ask around if they are interested in giving a little bit so they can get a warm meal as well?
Yes, still playing. The drums has faded out because that illusion only lasts for a minute's time, so it fades out. He looks at the father and is like, "Yes, of course, father." Hey guys, do you want some food? And then he continues to play.
Astrid, save him.
Alright, roll me a persuasion.
Okay. Let's see, normal
It's gonna suck.
persuasion.
Ah,
Okay.
thank God.
They look to you and they're like, yeah, sure, we'd like some food. And a few people start to gather around. You haven't told, you just ask if they wanted some food, but yeah.
Awesome! The great Gesh pays for it all. You do not need to worry, my friends. Remember the name, Gesh Linksakasendalor. And he goes back to playing.
You need a new stage name.
Yeah, I think you need to remove all of your rations from your inventory and then give it to them.
Well,
His
you
surname
guys...
is so hard to say.
You guys... You gotta pitch in if you want to eat. It's the rules.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Mm-hmm, yep.
Making like this epic stew.
Alright.
I have this rock.
I'm sure it's very chewy.
So they start to pitch in with a few materials for the stew. Eventually, of course, the stew boils and thickens a little. The scent of the scent of spicy meats and vegetables boiling together in the water fills the camp and the air around you. It smells delicious. It smells like good travel food. And eventually people start to partake as they hand in their own bowls, and you all handed bowls as well. And they start to eat. Even the guards comes over to get some of it, as after they have pitched in, of course. And it seems to be a lovely evening. They seem to be a little more calm around you. They start even to ask a little bit where you're from and such. Whether you answer them or not is up to you, of course. But as the evening progresses and the food is eaten up, the plates left empty. The lumber workers here washes their own dishes, and after that, each of them slowly starts to head towards their tents in order to get some sleep.
Say, Father,
Yes.
what's happening after we are done escorting you to this place? Are we gonna take you back home, or?
Yes, that would be most appreciated. Certainly would. Yes.
You know, you don't look so good. I mean, it's kind of I mean, I'm not trying to be mean. It's just I'm kind of worried.
Oh. I am old. This might be one of my last excursions into the around the world or into the larger cities. But I do have a deal I need to honor. Yes. There's nothing to worry about. We are simply going to meet a few of my old friends.
Stare into the fire.
Quaid takes all the dishes and goes to take care of them.
Okay. The young blonde lumberjack from before comes over to the fireplace and he looks at you. Do you have a tent yourself, or do you need to borrow some?
Gesh looks at the man and is like, well, a decent tent would be very nice, thank you. And it continues to play and sing about Felderon is the Great.
I don't have any tent on me.
Right.
Just for a reference, Max, can I send that just to you if I click like that? Ah, yes, I can.
Yes, you can.
Just in case that one would play into effect.
I'm fine sleeping by the fire.
Actually, me too. I kind of, I don't know. I'll sleep here too.
All right. He looks at all of you. Well, thanks for the food. You can use the big tent.
Gesh
Appreciate
nods
it.
his hands like, thank you, sir. And then he just sits there and plays a little bit more.
He nods before he also starts to head off and into the tent here. All the workers are now asleep. The only ones that is awake is the two guards that are around here. You can hear. Actually, you can't unless you roll me perception.
Perception, you say?
Yes, perception.
Crap. I miss Lucius.
I don't have perception. What do I roll? Nothing.
No, if you have perception, you can roll perception. I will allow that. In this case. No.
Wait a minute. What? Wait, I have 4 in perception. Why didn't that count?
Don't you have 4 in persuasion by accident? Or performance?
No, you hit perception. That's odd, yes. So that means you have 14.
Yeah, something is just bugged, I guess.
Yeah, something's definitely bugged. So let me quick look.
I think this happened to me last campaign as well, actually.
Well, we know you have 4, so we'll just add the 4. So that's 14, which just hits the mark. You can hear that they're discussing something over here. The Jacob fellow seems a little on edge.
I'm gonna walk over there.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I couldn't help but hear that over here that there's something. Is there something going on? It sounded like something was wrong.
Nothing to worry. You've nothing to worry about, miss. We have everything under control. Any knots?
Are you sure?
Roll me an insight.
Wade approaches after he finished the dishes.
Okay.
That didn't add either. I have 4 in insight as well.
All right. Try and reload, man. Maybe that works.
Reload?
Yeah.
You mean like the website?
Yeah, the website.
Okay, hold on.
But you'd be able to tell definitely. Sorry. You'd definitely be able to tell that he is not saying the whole truth. He's certain that he has watch over the camp, but there's definitely something else bothering him.
Okay, I'm just gonna make a try to see if it works.
Right.
I want to look for signs of aggression or something, like signs of struggles somewhere, if anything happened in the past.
Roll me investigation.
Who?
Nope. You don't see any struggles from the past.
Well, if you need any help, I'm happy to help. I'm used to dealing with difficult situations.
It's all right, miss. Just another scout group. That's a little bit delayed. It happens. Probably had one too many drinks, so they're likely on their way soon.
How delayed?
An hour.
I see. All right, just call me if you need any help.
Don't worry, miss. We have it under control. We are guards, after all.
Wade asks Astrid if maybe we should. If they're an hour late, they should be rather close. Maybe we should go out and check.
If they're an hour late, they may just have been delayed by something. So we should wait for a little bit, and if they're not back in, say, half an hour, we could head out and check.
Okay. Wade agrees.
What's up?
The sky.
Ha! Astrid, you're so funny. I haven't
Actually,
changed a
note
bit.
guy, the stars.
Ha. No, seriously, what's up?
Apparently, a scouting party is delayed.
Down, down.
Well, okay. And that means
Well, for
That-
now, it doesn't have to mean anything. They could just be delayed by something. An hour isn't much.
I don't know. I don't usually see these massive spikes surrounding simple lumberjacks. I don't know. Is
No.
this part of the world really that dangerous?
Have I actually been traveling here, Max?
Not much, but it is common for bandits to be near populated roads.
Yeah, well, considering that we're close to a road, there is a chance of bandits. They like to ambush travelers, after all. So these barricades, they make sense.
So we sleep in turns.
I think that at least one
Okay.
of us should stay awake.
Yep.
Gesh immediately looks at Astrid. Oh, it should be Astrid because she's so strong and big.
Right.
Right.
Big.
Big boobs. I'm kidding.
I may be your big sister, but you are also grown up now, Gesh.
Guess you're like the
Gu-
size of a
guess-
refrigerator. Like, what's a refrigerator? We don't even know what that is.
Like you're kind of like you're like sitting there like yeah like at this point in time like he's like 6 feet tall and he's like 255 pounds heavy. Like he's decently big, I believe. At least he's like standard for Dragonborn. Like I'm not too good with his feet and pounds, but yeah. But he's like looking at Astrid like, well, yeah, I might be an adult, but hey, look at me. I'm a little bard. I play music. I make illusions. As he says illusions, kind of waves his hand and is like looking to the side as if something happened over there, and then looks back and like, did you see that? No, because you don't know magic. It was an illusion. I'm not a fighter.
No, but illusions could confuse potential attackers.
They just need to look at me and listen to my music. They'll be confused enough.
Totally.
Agreed.
Checks on the horse. Just meets it, greets it, see if it's okay.
I just mean that if we were attacked and you just walked up to them and started playing, I am pretty sure that they would be very confused actually.
Oh, yes, no, of course they will. I've experienced this before. Like, working a tavern isn't that safe. Like, even if I weren't playing music, like, I could be serving someone a drink at the tavern, and then they'll say something, I'm like, oh, that was a good one, and I'll say it back, but in, even more worse, because, that's how it works, and then they'll start swinging for me, and, and then I'm like, yeah, it's me, Gesh, what do you think you'll do? And then I'll kind of like just flex my big body at them, and then I run.
So you flex and run.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a way to do it, I guess.
But they won't see me though, because like I'm so fast, I'm like, pew!
You
Curious-
can't see me.
Curious strategy, I must say.
Alright.
Curious strategy, I must say.
But yeah, I can take first watch. That's okay by me.
I'll watch with you, I'll keep you company with my delightful music.
Yeah, I'm not
Like-
gonna stay. I'm not gonna stay inside camp while I watch.
Okay.
Well, I'll play loud enough for you to still hear it then, Big Sis.
Don't.
You're gonna wake everyone and they're gonna kick us out of the camp, Gash. It's not cool.
And you do realize that the more noise you make, the more likely you are to attract attackers.
Well, they won't do anything because they'll hear that people are awake. Like, if they hear someone playing loud music, they'll be like, oh, that's loud music. No one will be sleeping there. Everyone will be awake and ready to defend. Therefore, they won't attack.
There are other beings out there that just will attack whatever.
Yeah, like what?
Goblins, for instance.
What is a goblin? Is it kind
Oh.
of like? Is it kind of like Yuzu?
Excuse me. I'm a tiefling.
Gish looks at the Yuzu's kind of like, oh yeah, that's right. But then again, you also are Quaid, and you're also Miss Watkins. Like, who are you?
Gash, since I grown up, I realized that people don't actually trust changelings.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So
take a look. I'm gonna take a look around camp.
Don't talk about.
Eldoranis. It's alright. So Eldoranis chuckles a bit over your talks. It looks like he has missed this quite a lot. Eventually he stands up and takes a deep breath and says, well, I'll head to bed now, children. It's been a long trek today. And he pushes up as he cleans up his travel robes and heads into the tent.
Good night, father. Oh, Thelderon is the great. Do, 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 do.
Just a question about the map. That's a ledge there, isn't it? By the road.
Yes, there's a ledge.
So it's a rock wall that goes down.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Not far down, like 3 or 4 feet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk over there and scan the area.
All right, you can roll me a perception.
And
That one.
well, it's a 6.
6. So, you look around and everything seems peaceful. You see the small pond that is down here, where you can see that it looks like the water source comes from somewhere beneath the rock surface there. Everything seems peaceful. The rest of you, who is sleeping? Who is heading to bed early?
Not me.
Okay.
Quaid is checking on the horse. That's all.
Okay, you can roll me an animal handling.
Yep.
That would be.
Bites.
The horse doesn't seem to trust you.
Oh shit.
This
I
thing,
just walk away.
this growth that I'm standing by, is it a bush or a tree?
It's a tree.
Okay, I want to climb it.
Okay. Roll me in athletics.
Let's see, athletics. That's a 13.
13, yes. So you climb the tree. Easily. There's a lot of branches to take onto. You do spot that on the tree there has been left this white cross upon it, designating it for being chopped down soon. But you climb the tree and you get a vantage point up there. Some time passes by and it is starting to get dark right around now. Some of you are starting to get a little bit tired. But you can stay awake if you'd like.
Quaid goes to bed.
Alright, Quake goes to bed. Gesh, Yushu.
How much time has passed?
Yes. Yeah.
About an hour and a half.
And the scouts aren't back yet.
Nope.
Yeah, Gesh is still sitting there playing by the campfire. Well, he's kind of dimming it down. It's like it's not as loud as it was earlier, because like it does actually take into consideration that people are trying to sleep.
Alright.
Yes, play a lullaby for me. I'm getting tired.
Gesh nods and puts away his lute and takes out his homemade flute, which his big sister Astrid made for him, which made him so happy. And it's like it only has 3 notes, but it's like still trying to play a little sweet 3-noted lullaby.
Alright.
I hear like Zelda's lullaby.
Roll me a performance. See how horrible it is.
Fall asleep to this.
He's definitely better than he used to be on a flute. But you do miss a few notes. It's a decent performance, but you do miss out on a few notes and blow a little bit too hard here and there. Yes.
Can I come down without rolling athletics?
You would have to roll acrobatics.
Acrobatics, okay. I'm better at acrobatics actually. That's a 20.
That's a 20, 30, 20. All right. So you climb down easily. You come down. You can hear the flute being played.
I know. I recognize that sound. I walk over to the guards again.
All right.
So, still nothing from the scouts?
No, nothing. Well, it seems to be a quiet night, at least.
Yeah, that doesn't mean much. Where did the scouts go, if I'm asked?
The scouts headed towards the what's it called? The scouts headed towards West Pass. It's to the east of here.
Well, that's
West Pass to the east.
yeah, that's contradicted.
West Pass is west of Rinestein, so
kind of funny.
Yeah, I know. I've heard the joke multiple times, but yeah, West Pass is west of Renestein, but we are west of West Pass, so West Pass is east.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. The
I
rest.
walk over to wake up Quaid. I rock him gently.
Quaid wakes up rather quickly. He was half awake when she came in.
I imagine him like Aragon with a blade, like.
All right.
Quaid, the scouts aren't back yet.
Yeah.
And
okay.
you said you would be willing to go out to look for them.
Yeah. Let me just take on my my equipment and then we'll head out.
Good.
Quaid takes on his equipment and then follows Astrid out.
All right.
Okay, guys, we're going to head out for a little bit.
Sleeping, so.
As it is night now, get ready for some darkness.
I have dark vision.
Holy shit!
Oh wait, that's very
Everything
dark.
became dark. I can't even see Astrid.
Some of you don't have dark vision after all, so. Actually,
Don't-
I need a
Don't do it.
torch. I need to find a torch.
You have torches, don't you?
I take out my a candle and my.
There we go.
Wait, what? I don't. I don't even have matches. How am I supposed to light it?
It's a tinderbox.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I have a torch in my backpack.
You
I
may
don't
have a
see
torch, yeah.
my.
When I get to level 3, I'm gonna get dark vision.
You have
You get
10
what?
torches, indeed.
You
Yeah.
can just
I'm
get
gonna
that.
go Gloomstalker range.
Do I just press one? Or...
Oh, and they get dark vision.
Yes.
Are you gonna light a torch?
Yes, I want to light one torch.
So we both go Sanathar Ranger. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Do I-
So, you light one torch. Means you have. There you go.
Oh, so light.
Right, they headed to West Pass, east of here. Funny enough. So I'd say we should just head there ourselves.
Gesh places his flute back in his satchel and is like slowly walks over to Yusi and like shakes a little bit like, "Hey, Yusi, we're going out on an adventure. Do you want to come?" And then he starts walking after Astrid.
You guys can stay if you
What?
want.
Why?
It may be dangerous.
But what
Yes!
is happening?
Just gonna go out to check, see if something's wrong.
You're
Oh my
gonna
God.
leave father alone?
No, I'm going with Astrid. Father's still in the tent.
I don't think we should leave him alone here.
The guards are still here, but you can stay.
Listen, guys, I'm not gonna leave the old man alone.
That's okay.
Okay.
Talk about abandonment issues. No, that's not the word. What's it called?
The fewer we are, the more stealthy we can move.
Yeah, even though I'm the one who.
Astrid, you should probably get out of sight in case there's actually trouble. You can see in the dark, right?
I can.
Yeah. So it's better if they don't see you, but
Yeah,
they see me.
I've got ahead.
Yeah, good.
Okay. Roll me perception.
All of us, or just
Those with perception can roll me with.
okay?
roll
I don't have perception. Fuck it.
I don't
14.
really,
14.
unless I hear something, I guess. 'Cause I'm in
When
the
a
tent.
humble bard graced to walk along with Astrid and Quaid.
As you look down the road, you see by the end of it, you can see there is something stuck in the mud.
I swear to God, if they're this close and didn't just walk to the camp and ask for help.
As you get close to take a closer look, at what it is. It seems to be a few links from what appears to have been chainmail. It's caked in it's caked in mud. But there's also something reddish blended in with the mud. It's really hard to discern. You can roll me an investigation if you'd like.
Yes, I am just assuming that it's blood at this point, but 5.
Yeah. No. It's a red
You-
color.
Not sure what it could be. It could be red clay. It could be fabric fibers. You're not certain.
But is it like, well, if it's fiber, then I should be able to pick it up, or is it? You mean like it's like very torn?
Yeah, very torn. What about the rest of you, Quaid and Gesh?
Gasher is staying close to this big bro.
Okay.
Wait is just remaining there for a while because I can't move past the map anyway.
You can't move?
Well, I can, but then only about here.
You don't dare move further, or what is it?
I'll walk a bit. Let's see.
It's up to you, man. It's up to you. But sure.
I'll just walk slowly with Gesh.
Okay,
okay.
there's
At
something.
some point, we're gonna reach Astrid, though.
I just talk out because I don't see anyone, right?
You don't see anyone other than your siblings getting closer.
Yeah, I'm just. There's something stuck in the mud here. You can take a look if you want. It's chain. It looks like chainmail and something reddish. I don't know. Can't really tell.
Maybe it's an arm that's been ripped apart.
Quaid shines a light on whatever, so he can see what it is. Or
Okay. With some with the light here, it's a little easier to see. You can see there is it is indeed red fabric, torn into small fibers that dim this mud, and gives it this and the color sort of leaked out from it, due to the soaked fabric. You also see that there are drag marks in the mud that's leading north or up for you. That direction.
Okay, so it looks like someone may have been. If someone were attacked, it could ship something off of their equipment.
Yes.
And considering that there are drag marks here, it looks like someone was attacked.
yeah,
Likely.
I can go up there, but I think it would be safer for all of us if you went out of sight until we see anything. I'll let you know. And in case if you go first and you fall into a trap, which is possible, well, I will be falling in it first.
No, I'll scout ahead.
Okay.
Okay. Quaid slows down, but still following slowly.
Okay. Yushu, are you awake?
Yeah. Do we know what Teldoranus is carrying,
You actually don't
or
know.
what he needs to deliver? Is the sack here, or is he holding
Yeah.
on to?
No, the large bag that he was carrying is there, certainly.
How deep is he sleeping or meditating?
Roll me a perception. He's sleeping rather deep. He's always been a deep sleeper.
Oh yeah, I know that. He's
deep
actually
meditator.
seems like real people. Okay, so I'm gonna try to look inside the sack.
Okay.
It's gonna go bad, but
Okay. You take a look into the knapsack. And inside it, you find blueprints. You find books. One specific book that you've seen before when you were a child. A heavy bound book. Indeed, a heavy bound book.
Do I know what it says now? Or still can't read it?
You still can't read it.
They open it.
You cannot open it. It seems to be locked.
I picked the. Okay, do I even have? No, I don't have thieves.
Don't have any thieves tools to pick the lock with.
No, I'm just proficient. I don't have it. Okay.
You also see there. You can also see there is a jar in the back that seems to have been patted up with a lot of cloth and has this slight blue pulse to it.
Like covered with cloth.
Yeah, it's covered with cloth.
Can I take a peek without ruining the package?
You can. You take a closer look and you see this light, this pinpoint of something in the middle of this light that it emits, this pale blue light. As it reaches towards the glass, almost as if it's trying to break through, the glass shimmers slightly with these arcane lines. Seems to keep it in, and immediately the light dims and seems to calm.
That's everything.
That's everything.
I'm gonna pack up and pretend I didn't do anything.
Okay. You can do that, sure. Roll me a perception.
Didn't I have to roll stealth by the way
Oh.
to do this?
He's a heavy sleeper, so yeah, sure. You can roll me a stealth with advantage. Okay.
I have it set to. I
Yeah.
rolled twice because I
Yeah.
have it set to normal.
24 is definitely enough. I trust you. I trust you too much. But yeah, roll me a perception. Oh. I need to roll this one. Let's see, it's wisdom. 0, so it's 17. 6. Okay. So, you hear rustle outside. You hear a low panting. Sounds almost like an animal. Actually, it does sound like an animal. From outside the tent.
Does it sound like the horse? Or
Roll me a nature.
I don't know my species. I don't know.
It can be hard to tell, actually.
It's hard to tell, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so it's
I'm
hard to
gonna kind of poke the old man.
It's Gollum, like.
Wake up, old man.
tell. He doesn't seem to respond.
Oh no! Remember when I couldn't wake him on Calandra? That. And then
He's a heavy sleeper, man. He's a very heavy sleeper.
I'm gonna shake him a bit.
You shake him a bit. Eventually, he does groggily open up his eyes. What? Yes.
I don't wanna. Maybe it's nothing, but I hear something panting outside the tent, and I just want to make sure you're not asleep when we are attacked by a bear or something.
He perks an ear. It's probably just a horse. Don't worry.
No, I don't know.
Go to bed.
Maybe I'm just being paranoid. The others had left, by the way.
What?
Yeah, we grew
Oh,
bored
wait,
of you.
They apparently the scouts didn't turn, but I said that I'm not gonna leave you alone and the three of them went to see this west pass that is east of here to see what happened. But they haven't been gone long, so I'm sure they're all okay. Especially with Astrid there. I mean, come on, she's badass.
Kids, young ones' languages these days. Certainly. Well, as long as they're fresh in the morning, shall we go to bed again?
Mm-hmm.
And he lies down once more and tries once again to fall asleep.
Or fall into trance.
I'm not gonna go outside because I don't have dark vision, so it doesn't make any sense to like.
And he manages to fall asleep.
I'm awake.
So you're awake. You're awake. Okay. Astrid,
Mm-hmm.
Quaid, and Gesh.
Can I follow the drag marks?
You can.
Quaid is just keeping behind, just...
Are there any other tracks?
Roll me a survival.
Does Natural Explorer Forest do anything for me here?
Oh, yes. Okay, I have advantage.
Okay. That's a 15 then.
Alright. As you get further in, you do see other tracks. Another pair of human tracks and a pair of what looks to be a canine.
How many
Only one set.
of each?
Yep.
I keep following them. Where do they go?
They seem to be heading up towards a big oak over here.
I walk slowly and cautiously.
Alright, as you approach there, Quaid and Gesh, you lose sight of Astrid as he steps into the night. What do you do?
I try to follow the tracks.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess just to follow Quaid. After he stepped off the road, though, you know, Gesh not being as experienced with these kind of things, he has taken out his little dagger and he's like holding it in his hand, like following Quaid. Like he's pretty much holding the dagger in front of his face like this, as if that will protect him very well.
Alright.
Quaid looks back at Gesh. Don't stab me in the ass with that shit.
Gesh looks at him like, no, I would never do that. Look, it's pointing up. If anything, I'll stab myself in the forehead if I fall over.
It's even more stupid.
Ah, come on, it would be a little bit fun. And I go back, like, looking around, like, making sure they're not being followed or
You're
anything.
being a little paranoid.
Well, excuse me then for not having spent all of my years away from home fighting and killing. Instead, I'd like to practice the arts of music and peace and love.
Do you think I've been out robbing and killing?
Something like it.
No, not even close. Not even close.
Well, you're older. You're
Yes,
older
just-
than me, so
But just relax. Just put the knife away. I need to follow these tracks. Help me with that.
So as you
Okay,
grow
yes.
older, you start robbing people.
just holds his hand and dagger by the little sheath he has for it. But he's not sheathing the dagger. He's just holding it there as if just to try to pretend that he did put it away.
Do I have to roll a survival?
Yes. just gonna do something real quick here myself also.
Ooh.
All
I have a bad feeling about this.
You managed to follow the tracks.
Catch up to Astrid.
All right. You get up to Astrid's.
I make like a.
Casual waves at her.
Yeah, she's not even looking.
Mean sister.
She's going to sneak in under the leaf work here.
All right.
I don't know where the
tracks went.
the actual tree is.
So
You're under the tree now.
Yeah, but like, where is the what's it called?
The bark. The stem.
Yeah, the stem.
The stem is in the center.
Okay.
So you walk under the tree's leaves, and you slowly move around the trunk of the tree, whereas you see a foot sticking out from behind it.
All right. I sneak up to take a closer look.
Okay. Getting up and close and around, you see a dead guardsman up against the tree. His throat is slit. His mouth has been gagged, and he's missing a piece of his chainmail armor. At which point, you hear a everybody hears a howl, and I would like everybody to roll me initiative. Remember, click your tokens.
I think, yeah, I did.
I mean, I'm not even there.
But it should actually. I have 3.16 in initiative. It doesn't add. Why doesn't it add?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to fix it. But
I'm
still.
not there, so.
Yes, you have to roll me initiative as well.
Is it possible to change that value? Because it should actually be more.
I don't think people are going to be higher than you.
Do we
Okay,
click initiative
fair
next to armor class and speed, or what token?
So when rolling it,
Yeah, okay, mine is still higher.
yeah. So when just a moment. So when rolling initiative, you click your token and then click the initiative thing on your character sheet.
So what token? Fucking
Your token,
shit.
your character token. So click your token so it's selected, and then you click.
Jesus, I didn't know that. Can you do that? Oh, and then
I'll add. Oh,
okay. I get it now. I see.
okay, and you had what? You had 17.
0.12.
I have, by the way, Addy here watching me play, and he's convinced that we're gonna fight Winnie the Pooh soon.
Winnie the Pooh. Wouldn't that
I
be
just
a
curl
battle for
up
the
my
ages?
tail. I just curl up my tail again.
Wow, these dogs are good.
I don't like them.
Good dogs, good dogs.
Bad dogs. Bad dogs.
I'm just glad I have chainmail on.
have I got?
Addy says Tigger killed Piglet by spit roasting him. It's getting dark.
Really, really dark. So,
Wow.
Huh. It looks like some of my traits didn't add any text either. I'm gonna have to fix that later.
yeah. So, top of the round. Which would be Astrid. Wrong one. Also wrong one. We'll just take this.
Wait, from which direction did we hear the howl?
You hear it from towards the camp.
Crap.
Well, in that case, I guess.
Yushu, you two hear the howl. Everybody hears it.
Okay.
Astrid, top of the round, your turn. What do you do?
Okay, I'm gonna do sprint now. That doubles my speed, right?
Yep. If you use your action to dash, double your speed.
15, 20, 25, 30. I call out, back to camp. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
So I realize I forgot the commoners.
How did they get around us? I mean, they have dogs. They can't climb the cliff.
Oh, the race around this thing. Let's use her.
They're so sneaky.
And of course, your sleepy old father.
We gotta be sneaky, Charlie. Sneaky.
Supposed to count on movement.
Yes.
Not sure how that works yet, but find out, I guess.
You have 30 feet. Each square is 5 feet.
Okay.
No
tip
worry.
would roll
No
20 as
worry.
well.
No
A tip
worries.
would roll 20. A tip would roll 20 as well. When you're like dragging your token around to move it, you can right click on a tile and it will show you like the distance between your token to that tile. And if you right click again, you can set the waypoint to kind of like move around, and you can see like for each place you're going, it will show you like how much you have moved.
So, the dog runs up here.
Don't worry. Don't worry. The god said. We don't need your help. The god said.
So let's try these two dogs out for size first, shall we? 16 to hit, which just hits. Yeah, don't worry, the god said.
How much movement would I have to spend on scaling that cliff?
10 feet.
And I need to roll.
No, it's not tall enough for you to need to roll.
Okay.
So that's one dog attacking.
And sprint applies.
Sprint applies. So that means if you run up there, you only have 50 feet in total.
Yeah, I don't need that, by the way.
Another dog attacks a commoner.
What? Did the commoners already come out of their tents?
No, they're in their tents.
And the dogs are like going in the tents.
Yeah, these are basic tents. They're not like smart tents with sips and everything.
I used to have a little question about the current sounds. Is it Sword Coast?
No, this one isn't Sword Coast.
Oh, because
I
there's a
don't
lot
even
of
hear
Sword Coast.
anything.
Have you? Do you have your? Do you have your game? Or do you have a Roll20 muted or?
If you click the cogwheel, there's also the master music volume.
That could also be it. So a dog barrels into
I am
your
being attacked.
yes. Barrels into your house, or into your tent, and attempts to bite you.
Rude awakening.
I wasn't sleeping. It doesn't hit.
No, it doesn't.
Dog!
Those are all the dogs. That was all the dogs. There's the bandits. From that fellow.
Spikes they set out. I mean, dogs just went around it.
That's how bandits are. So bandits are gonna shoot at one of the guards. Actually, 2 bandits are gonna shoot at the guards. There's 1 that hits. There's 2
They
that
have
hits.
crossbows. Damn.
That's 9. 6, 7, that's 8. Okay. He doesn't have a lot. This man here. Runs over and into the and slashes into the tent.
I must say, I like how the light from the campfire lights up the circle perfectly.
Almost perfectly.
Almost perfectly. Almost perfectly. Definitely almost perfectly.
It's kind of cool.
Hits, and you all hear a scream as one of the commoners die.
Die? What? These lame ass people don't even have any HP. Oh my god.
I knew I should have not left the tavern.
I knew I had
You
to
don't
stay
even
with
know
the
shit
pod.
yet, guys. You can't even see the camp.
Do we hear the fight from where we are?
You can hear that that there's a fight starting. Yes.
Shit.
You guys took the bait and left.
I blame
What?
the guards.
I'm kind of glad that Gesh went with us now.
Well,
Well,
no, I
Astrid
could have
is.
just looked at the dogs and shit and be like, "Hello, I'm Gesh. You may have heard of me."
And they would all kill you.
Probably.
And he's gonna also.
It's
That's a
like
god,
you.
sorry.
It's like that. You may know me by another name, Star Lord. Who?
Commoner is still alive, but barely. Commoner's turn.
Gesh is our Star Lord.
This is so painful to watch, you guys.
So they only have clubs and they are missing. Missed. Oh,
course.
1 hit. 1 hits a guy. So he takes damage, definitely. Yep. Quaid, your turn. You see Astrid barrel past you. as
I
quick
can't
as
sprint,
possible.
can I?
You can. You can sprint.
Okay, then.
And
So I can
she
sprint
did call
60.
out back to camp.
Yeah, you can sprint 60 feet, yeah.
Okay. So I sprint 60 feet to the camp.
So
Let's see here.
it will take you
on.
10 feet to get up this this crevice.
Okay, so 30 and then to 40.
Means you'll be able to get to here in this area.
Yeah.
Just up and past the road.
Guess I'll go here.
Alright.
Ba 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 ba.
Next turn.
Totally
Okay.
butchered that, by the way.
Sorry.
Oh.
So, God's
I
turn.
hope Teleran
He's asleep.
has some
Why
nice
does he
spells.
have such a weird name? What the hell?
Who?
Huh? Who's got a weird name?
He's not gonna be
Rise.
when I start screaming.
So, for some reason, his name is written as Lul Useti. No, it's all right. You guys can't see the names on it, so it's fine. Anyway,
But I want to see that thing.
Nope. One of the guards attacks. He hits, and that was on the dog that attacked him, which means that mastiff should. Yep, is dead.
Yes. The bandits kind of remind me of a predator.
Of a what?
Of a predator when you see them zoom down.
What? Ha-
I don't have everything at level
Yeah.
1. It's so frustrating. Like,
Kinda.
literally.
If you zoom in, it looks like a normal person, but zoom out.
I thought, considering, are they wearing masks?
Yeah,
Yeah. That's why I think defies Brotherhood.
yeah. And the red as well.
Yeah, exactly. The red scarves of the defies.
Although it looks like they have bows, not crossbows.
I mean, they look more like the predators in the dark, but when I see that one in the light, it looks more defies. What is this?
I'm not sure where the other guard went.
Much better. So, oh, he definitely hits with that spear attack. So, this guy, low health. Gesh, your turn.
Yes. Gash is, he's running. He uses 25 of my speed to catch up with Astrid, and as he reaches her, he leans down mid-run and grabs a pinch of dirt, and then he swiftly says an incantation as he kind of places his hand and the dirt on Astrid. Casting Long Strider on her, which gives her an additional 10 movement speed for an hour.
Oh,
Damn!
ha!
And that's one slot to use, I think. Yeah, there we go.
And it doesn't need concentration. That's awesome.
No, that's good. That's a good spell.
It's a really good spell.
And then with my remaining,
I was thinking, like you take dirt, like.
and with my
Now you can run faster!
with my remaining 5 feet, I overtake Astrid. And that's my turn.
All right.
I should not have done that.
Let's see. Thunderman he's going to need to take an action to wake up. So let's see. What would that be? Call it a wisdom. Yep.
Oh, he wakes up.
He wakes up as he hears a dog shouting in, and Yuzu shouting, "Bad dog!"
Yes.
What the? What the? And that's his turn.
Where's the range?
Doesn't do any bonus action.
Nope, because all his spells are actions. He's gonna use half his movement speed to stand up, though. So, Yuzu, your turn.
I try to cut the dog.
You do a miss.
You monster!
You miss.
You always feel so bad for the animals in any kind of adventures. Like people can die, we don't
Depends.
care, and then a horse dies, where everyone no.
Fucking finally, I need some more bloodshed.
Okay.
Now we
you
just need
miss.
venereal diseases.
Yes. What do you do, Yuzu?
That's all I can do.
All right. You can't really go out the back of the tent because there's a vacuum in the way.
Yeah.
Astrid.
Astrid suddenly feels lighter on her feet.
Indeed.
So there's 5 and then 10 to get up there, right?
Yep.
15 I have a clear shot of this guy here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's 15, so 20, 25, 30. Now I'm closer, and I am shooting at him with my bow.
All right. Take a shot.
I shall. And I wonder if I get any modifiers that won't apply now.
And you'll see. No, that's the.
Oh!
It does have
That actually... That applied.
That applied. But you miss.
Yeah.
The arrows goes wide as it flies into the into the wood that is holding the what's it called? The tent up.
Mm.
The support beam of the tent.
It would hit dog.
Every time I roll archer characters, my rolls suck.
I slap your butt. Really bad shot. I'm kidding. I don't do that.
Okay.
Can I keep moving a little bit because I realize
yes,
I have 40.
So keep moving.
I can move over there. There we go.
All right. Mastiff's turn. The last one. It's gonna bite for you again, Yusu.
Oh.
It bites me.
It hits, and you have to roll me a DC 11 strength, or you'll be knocked prone. Yeah, you keep standing.
Dog, get out!
Yeah, I'm like shaking my hand and like just keep swearing at the dog like, fucking beast! Get the fuck out of my tent!
He says with a sort of Cockney dialect.
Bandit's turn. Let's see, one bandit is in close combat with the guard, so he's going to attempt. He misses.
For any newcomers, I want to apologize for my coughing. I have a throat issue right now.
The other bandit is going to shoot at Jacob.
Gotta take control of those venereal
And
diseases.
just hits.
Shut up, Ray.
I should probably do like that so people can actually see what's going on, where people are. There we go.
Well, one of the guards are gone.
One of the guards are gone. No.
Well, I can't see him because of the darkness.
Yeah. Darkness. Yeah. Let's see. Then we have three within a crowd.
Darkness comes.
Oh no, there is another master. There were three. That's it. So the third master gonna bite for this guy here, and Commoner doesn't have a lot. Nope, he misses. So now the master's out. Okay, so the bandit is gonna attempt and hit. So another commoner dies.
No!
Still not the important ones.
True.
They're all important, man.
No.
Why don't you assholes
Nothing
pick us up on your
arbitrary.
own size?
This here guy is struck also. He's already looking worse for wear. And this bandit just saw an arrow being shot towards him, so he's going to turn around and try and shoot for you, Astrid.
He's totally gonna hit.
Yeah.
I knew it!
23. So yes, he hits.
Ow!
Yes.
You shot me, you asshole!
Commoner with a club misses. Commoner with a club hits the dog. Yay! Oh, well,
Finally.
it's not a yay, but yeah. You know what I mean. The dog is looking worse for wear. And then we have the last commoner.
Poor doggy.
So many people in
Also hits.
this initiate order now.
Yeah.
They're dwindling quick. Quaid, your turn.
Oh, okay, let's see here. I need to see how far. Can I still attack while sprinting?
No.
No. Okay.
You can use your action to dash, which means you're sprinting, and that is that is double your movement speed.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I have a hand axe I can throw. So
Yeah.
let's see here.
What is the distance for that?
I have no clue, to be honest.
Isn't it?
Range 20 out of 60.
Okay, so if you throw it while over 20 feet away, you will have disadvantage.
Yeah, I can
Yes,
go 30
so-
feet, right?
Yeah, you can definitely.
Yeah, so I can go here because that's 30 feet. That's what it told me.
Yeah.
And then I will
Believe
throw the
him.
hand axe.
All
Well,
right.
I wish I could. I wanted to go with the battle axe, but I can't reach him. So I'm gonna throw the hand axe
Is
Alright.
it like a
at
do
the
do
bandit
you have,
that shot at Astrid.
All right.
do you
That's
do you have like is it a two-handed battle axe that you have?
It's actually kind of it's both, but it is a two-handed. I can just use it as a one-handed as well. I'm gonna roll hand axe.
You miss.
Oh goddamn! Well, it's okay. It's just a hand axe.
No hand axe.
Where does the axe go then?
Somewhere.
You throw the axe and it lands somewhere within the camp.
And now you're in the way for me.
No. You can just shoot at someone else, like the bandit on my right.
True, but he didn't shoot me, and I have a score to settle with that one.
Well, and you can move next turn. So.
Yeah, no, I get-
Does
Wait,
I
the
could.
projectiles pass through allies though?
No, they don't.
Oh, okay. In Magic
Well, they
Campaign,
do
that's
if
a
they
home
shoot
rule,
very fast with a lot of force.
Yeah, if you shoot with a lot of force and very fast, definitely. It's,
A ballista will shoot through all of your allies.
yeah,
It's kind of an impressive force when you get an exit wound with an arrow.
yeah, it definitely is.
It's more possible with a crossbow.
Let's take
Or a
this dot
ballista.
here. He misses. Ooh, okay. See how far you cannot reach up there. But he's still gonna. Nope, actually. Let's see. Guard captain. Irus over there. Attempts to attack the bandit and hits.
Tell me it dies.
Not
Probably
quite.
not.
This guy actually has been hit once already, so he is looking worse for wear. Gesh, your turn.
Yes. So, Gash, he uses 5 feet to get to the wall. Then he climbs up, so that's 15 feet total.
Mhm.
And then we go, let's see, here, which is 30 total. And then let's see, I need to measure here, let's see, how did I do that again? The ruler, there we go. 55, 45, 70. Okay, and then I use, let's see. Wait, shit, I already forgot what I measured. 45, 55, 70, okay. So I can't use that. But then I use Vicious Mockery.
On which bandit?
Yes, so that's a 60 feet range. He needs to roll wisdom. I'm using it, so that's 60. I'm using it on this one.
Okay.
What kind of a what the hell is that?
So
It makes you fall.
Okay, let's see.
So what are you
spell-
saying to him?
Hold on, I'm trying to link it so people can see. Okay, oh, what? Okay, that doesn't work then to link it in the chat. I thought that would be possible, but apparently not. But basically, you unleash a string of insults laced with subtle enchantments at a creature you can see within range. If the target can hear you, though it need not understand you, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 psychic damage. And have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its turn.
All right.
How do you take
So,
damage from
what-
mockery? That's just-
So
Magic, baby,
Psychic.
magic.
yeah.
Psychic.
Psychic magic. But
So
yes,
Gash, he comes into the outskirts of the torch from the Quaid and looks at what's happening. He sees, he sees there's blood everywhere. There's people he hasn't seen before, armed with weapons that are bloodied, and he just looks at this one bandit and is like, "You mother trucking little shit! I'm going to throw you so far down into the ground, and everyone will be chanting my name, Gash, because I'm Gash, and you are a little piece of shit attacking our camp." Something like that.
he looks at you like, what? Returns to his fight. I don't have time for this.
Fuck you! Right.
Well, you tried, Gish.
you tried, and you failed.
Yeah. Well, that's that.
Dogs.
All right, so that's that.
That's my turn.
All right, Thel. Let's see what he has. He is, too close to cast magic, but he will grip his quarterstaff and attempt to bash that dog.
Ow.
And hit. And kill it.
Way to go, man! I say to him.
Uses the
Oh, thank you.
He quickly grabs onto his staff or cane and brings down the bejeweled top upon the top of the head of the dog as it whines and falls flat onto the ground. A head wound in his forehead as it bleeds slightly into the soil.
No.
Your turn.
I'm gonna run outside, and I'm gonna shoot an arrow
Okay.
at this dude.
Which dude?
The middle dude.
Uh,
Bandit.
Oh, right. Okay.
this one.
You hit and you kill him. As your arrow find purchase within.
I'm not.
As you shoot the arrow find purchase within the man's chest, right where the heart is. He grips to it as he is just turning around after being insulted, and the arrow hits him. Good distraction. And he looks around, bewildered, to see where the arrow came from. His eyes locks on you for a moment, and as he glares angrily, he tries to lift his crossbow towards you, but it drops to the floor alongside him a few seconds later.
And as I do this, I'm like, "That's right! You all better run! You're all gonna fall like dogs!" I'm trying to make them just fuck off.
Okay. Roll me intimidation.
Okay.
They laugh at you.
Yeah, basically. They're like, one lucky shot.
Girl.
Bitch, please.
Bitch, please.
Actually proficient in intimidation.
Asterisk. Your turn.
Not proficient enough.
Asterisk.
Oh, it's my turn. I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said there.
Don't shoot me in the back, please.
Damn it! Now what?
Sorry, guys. I was on the cough.
Shoot Quaid in the back.
Shoot
Preferably
this
on the
dog!
I'm gonna move over there.
Shoot this dog!
Yeah, he's attacking a Is that dog attacking the commoner?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm shooting at the dog.
Those are evil dogs. So
Those are evil dogs. They're evil bow wows. Evil bow wows.
Oh, wait, where's my boat there?
We're gonna mix again.
Oh, yeah!
You shoot the dog. The arrow finds purchase within the within the side of the dog's head as it tumbles onto the floor, dead.
One kill for you.
Woo! I can see me and Quaid having Gimli and Legolas kind of competition.
Got one. I'm gonna cleave this cunt's head off. Just wait. Just
I'm
wait.
sure one putting crosses over them, but okay.
That still only counts as one.
All the dogs are
That
dead.
was nice timing. What was that?
Meaning it's the bandit's turn. See, we have one bandit on the guard. So he's gonna attempt to swing his sword at him. And a miss. The other bandit is gonna take out his crossbow and shoot at the guard. And a miss.
Wonder why he didn't turn around and shoot me. What a fucking idiot.
Oh, that was another.
Oh, maybe it's the guard I can't see. Fuck.
I don't
Yeah.
have any dogs left.
Yeah, it's over there. Fuck me.
Oh, I see one in the darkness.
See one in the darkness.
Darkness sees you.
This guy here. Oh, this bandit here is gonna be annoyed at that woman, so he's gonna. Another commoner falls.
No! Who dies? No!
Oh.
It's the chick! God
It's a
damn
chick.
it!
The chick falls.
Sad.
Well, I can still fuck the corpse, it's okay.
Oh my god! No.
Oh,
Bad.
I need another
Bad.
beer for this shit. Holy shit.
Bad. Bad. Very
Oh.
bad. This guy is gonna.
Dude!
That's fucked up.
I know I should be used by this from you at this point, but no.
No.
Let's see. Let's give him actually a. Wisdom save.
You really need a giggity shirt.
I wish. I wish. Really do.
Okay. So this bandit is gonna start running for it. He turns around and he lets out an arrow towards the woman that kept shooting arrows at him. It's 1-8.
And
Astrid.
on me,
Yes.
I'm down.
You all see as Astrid is shot in the side as she topples over from the impact of the crossbow bolt that pierces through her armor, and she lies there, still breathing, but it's tough.
Shit.
And I scream.
Come here.
No!
Let's see. There's
Shooting at the woman who keeps shooting arrows at him. Are you serious? I shot the dog, not him.
You shot his dog.
Ah.
The half orc commoner picks up the axe from the from the chopping block, and he goes for the bandit.
The bandit was like, "Spot!" And then he shot Astrid.
Yes. Oh, he hits the bandit, but the bandit somehow still lives. What the fuck?
Wait
Quaid.
for 2 damage.
Yeah. Actually, there's still one commoner left, but he has no space to get to anywhere, so he's gonna.
Cleave him.
Oh boy.
He does.
Yeah, you could make it. Damn. Okay. Quaid, you bring down your battle axe upon this. I'd want to say poor man, but in one swing, you bring down the axe as he attempts to run away from you, and just narrowly misses you and hits Astrid instead with the crossbow bolt. You cleave through his shoulder and down over his chest as he starts to gurgle and buckle under the weight of your battle axe, and he topples over dead onto the grass.
Damn.
Do you do anything? Do you do anything else? Ray? Ray, we can't hear you. You're muted.
I yelled to Gesh to go to Astrid.
Okay, that will be your next turn then. You already moved 30 feet.
Yeah, well, I can't really do anything else.
Alright.
I guess I killed him.
You
That's
killed
all I
him.
wanted to do.
This guard over here is going to attempt to finally bring down this bandit over here, because he's been fighting for a while now. And he hits. And this bandit falls.
Nice.
Gesh!
Okay, so from where I currently am to over here, there is 30 feet. Can I roll dexterity or acrobatics to make a leap towards Astrid to reach her?
That would be an athletics.
Well, athletics, yeah, same. It works for me.
Alright. Sure.
Acrobatics, you make like a, like a somersault through the air.
You won't be able to reach her. You kind of stumble over your own feet as you attempt to
Okay.
cast towards Astrid.
Okay. So, I guess how just he's surprised that his insult did not affect that bandit at all. And then he watches as his big idol Astrid gets shot down by one of the bandits, and he screams from the top of his lungs like, "Astrid, no!" And he starts running towards her.
You bastard!
And starts running towards her, and as he's getting closer, he's he's getting very slow. He's spending too much time on this, so he's trying to leap towards her, but stumbles and lands on the ground. He's looking at her. And he starts chanting this kind of hymn almost, as he uses a healing word on her.
Okay.
I just want to make something for Ray here. I want that.
No, just a moment.
It's been years since I had one of those.
Oh, but I brought you last time. It's a long time ago now.
It is some time ago now. Yeah.
It's quite some time ago. Two summers ago. Or
Yeah.
Alright. Astrid, lying there, you hear your brother call out for you, and you feel life seeping into you as you're healed for 6.
Am I still down?
Nope, you are up again. You're not prone technically, but you have to use
But it was not the end. I felt life in me again.
The Lord of the Rings is strong with this one.
I watched the entire trilogy not long ago, and it got me back into the fan kind of mind.
Alright.
I must say that those movies are really my favorite movies of all time. It just won't ever change.
Yep.
Question for the GM.
Yes?
Switching weaponry, does that count as an action?
That's a bonus action.
Cool. Then as my bonus action, I'm switching from my dagger to my rapier.
Alright.
And that's my
Ash
turn.
has a rapier.
Yeah, I
Yep.
know it sounds so wrong, right?
I forgot about it earlier when I took out the dagger.
Alright, so it's Papa's turn.
Papa, go smash some heads with some cane.
He's gonna attempt to shoot the... okay.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Wow.
That's gotta hurt a lot.
So he shoots the bandits over here. Wish it to take damage. Bandit burns up.
And there's now just a pile of ashes there.
No, not a pile of ashes, but burning clothes around a screaming bandit that suddenly just becomes silent.
Those are some intense flames.
There's just this one dude left. Dude,
Usually.
run.
Anyone still alive?
There's one.
I can't get to.
Well,
Blocked up.
you could step over the dead woman.
I am stepping over that woman, and I'm gonna, with my short sword. Actually, that's dumb. I should shoot him here, actually, because the woman is not standing. Because my bow does more damage. So I'm gonna shoot.
So you run towards the woman, and then you're like, no, wait.
No, that didn't happen.
Whoa. So yeah, you hit. How do you want to kill him?
Through the eye.
Through the eye.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
All right. You fire.
Windfall. I mean,
You go what?
no, I'm gonna through the eye.
All right. You fire your longbow, and the arrow once again flies true, as you sink the arrow into his left eye socket. He screams out in pain a few moments and swings out with his sword before he falls over and back onto the ground. Dead.
His eyeball is still a ball.
There is a hero in Dynasty Warriors called Shahudun. He's only got one eye, and that's because he lost the other eye because he was shot by an arrow, and he survived apparently.
I mean, I guess it's possible.
Yeah.
With that, the battle comes to an end.
God damn it.
And that concludes our demonstration. Any questions?
Battle comes to an end. As people look around to the dead among them.
Does any of the bandits look like a leader type of thing?
No.
No, Quake doesn't care about any of that. He goes to Astrid to make sure she's okay.
Yeah, I guess as well.
Esther's lying on the ground like,
That shit hurts!
that's gonna be sore in the morning.
looking for the bodies.
You what?
I'm gonna start looking through the bodies.
Okay. You start looking through the bodies. They're all wearing. Let's see. They're all wearing common leather armor. They all have a light crossbow. Some of them are roughed up after their fall. They're all carrying a scimitar, scimitar each. They all seem to be human. Is there anything?
Do they have short swords?
Nope, they have scimitars.
Do they have long bows?
Nope, they have light crossbows.
I'm gonna take a light crossbow.
Okay.
I forgot how to add it, but I'm gonna write it up. And I'm taking the bolts.
Okay.
Can I retrieve my arrows?
You can retrieve half of them.
So one.
Yep.
And I'm taking crossbow bolts. I don't know how much.
They each have 10 crossbow bolts each.
Okay. So I'm taking 40.
If you're walking around to pick them all up, you could pick up. Some of them are used. So yeah, 41. There are 5 bandits.
Okay. I don't know how to add this. I'm gonna figure it later.
Of course. The bandits If you want to check them even further, you can roll me an investigation if you have that
Yes.
skill. Do you have that skill?
I have.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Listen. They look like common bandits, roadside bandits.
Thugs.
Yeah, basically. Astrid, you're aligned there. There's a crossbow bolt currently sticking out of your stomach. Another one in your shoulder. Standing above you or leaning over you is Quaid and Gesh.
I would say I've had worse, but honestly, I haven't.
Gesha looks a little bit down at Astrid, like, he's blinking his eyes a little bit, trying to not let his tears flow, trying to contain them, and his red gaze just like looking at her, like, smirking a little bit. This is going to hurt, and then he seeks to try to pull out the bolt in her shoulder.
No. Oh, fuck. Oh, well.
Unless someone tries to stop him, of course.
I want
Quaid's
to help.
no!
Well,
you
Quaid will
try-
yell out, "Don't fucking do that!"
I
do it,
guess 'cause I'm
roll me a
just
medicine.
startled.
If you're gonna pull them out, roll me a medicine.
Oh my god, I don't want him to pull them out. I'm yelling at you, don't pull them out.
Yeah, so and since he's yelling to not do it, he's kind of startling as his hands like let's go, and it's like, what?
Eminara would actually also be like, no.
Eminara?
No, Astrid, sorry,
That's
My-
Just kind of like looks between.
my Skyrim character is also called Eminara, so forgive me.
Gesha looks between the two and is like, why not? If it's in her, it can cause damage.
Oh,
it can
hell.
go
No,
farther
they cause less
inside.
damage when they're
Hey,
inside. If you pull
Gesh-
them out, he's gonna bleed.
Gesh,
I'm gonna help.
you can see them as ornamental.
I help. I'm gonna help.
Gesh kind of like looks between the two and is like, hey, who here was the one that healed Astrid? Me. Are you or I the one that knows most about healing here? I'm going to
don't
get
care
at
about
you.
that.
Man.
No, don't pull them out just like that. They're crossbow bolts. They're not supposed to be pulled out.
Oh, so you're just going to keep them in you then, just like for all eternity, and like, hey, look, this happened to me. Like, are you going to go into the tavern, like, have a drink with your friends, and then you're just going to be like, oh, yeah, sorry, I can't lean that way because of this, and I can't lean that way because of this, so I'll just have to kind of stand like this, and like, yeah, how are you doing, my friends?
Yeah, do you see a problem?
You can like keep keys on that Astrid.
You need
So
to.
don't pull them out.
No, you would need to be very
Fine.
careful about it.
Not yet, anyway.
Father
Okay,
should tend to her.
Quaid goes to the guard captain, whatever his name is.
Okay.
Jacob? I don't remember.
Jacob, yeah.
I remembered. Okay, I ask him if there are any first aid kits or anything, bandages, saline, something.
You see him gripping to his own side. He seems to have gotten a little gash himself. He looks to you and nods. Yes.
He's like, we had a doctor.
He's dead. You'll find out.
Okay, let me guess, it's the black guy.
Yeah.
The black guy died first.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. So it's a curse, I tell you. But yes, he informs you. He looks at you and says, "Yeah. In the cart behind the last tent.
Okay. Do you need any medical attention?
I'm fine. Just
Are you sure? Because you're bleeding, I think.
I'm fine. I just need to look around to make certain that we got them all."
1 minute later, he drops dead from bleeding out.
Just promise me you're not gonna drop down
Don't
and
worry.
pass out due to loss of blood, okay?
Don't worry. They didn't get me that bad.
Okay. Okay, Quaid walks over to the cart, and he would pick up the bandages and whatnot, medical supplies, and then he would return to Astrid.
All right. the two, or the remaining people that were here talk among themselves for a time before they look around and they start to mobilize around. Those that are not too wounded start to move the bodies out of the camp one by one. They separate the bodies, putting the bandits in one pile and their comrades in another. Let me just move them out.
What are you guys? What were you guys doing out there? I mean, did you guys lead the bandits?
Well, we found a dead guard out there, throat sliced.
That's it.
Yeah, that's when we heard the alarm from the camp. We didn't get very far.
God damn it! Why do these bandits keep harassing these poor lumberjacks? I mean, what can they
Because they're
possibly have?
stupid.
They're bandits.
Yeah, but
Marauders.
like,
They-
what
they're
can
just-
they even?
They are attacking, hoping to find anything of value at all. I mean, attacking with a small band like a town, that would be suicide to these kind of thugs.
It's possible they might have. Well, I guess it's possible that they would have attacked because of Theldoranis. I'm not sure. Because it
Guess
doesn't make
drugs
sense to
a little.
attack a lumberjack camp, and they were. They attacked us regardless of how many we were. They
So
could
you
have easily
say-
seen.
So you say they wanted something from father?
Maybe. I don't know.
Gress shrugs a little like, I mean, it could also be that they found out
no,
about me
no,
coming here.
I'm
so
just gonna stop
they-
you right there. No.
You know,
I think
Shut up, Quaid.
I think chances are that they saw us as an easy target.
I don't think we look like an easy target. I mean, come on.
I think I may have been the target.
I mean,
Yeah.
look at Quaid.
I
I mean,
agree.
he's the mountain. I mean, come on. He's not an easy target.
We weren't
Well,
in
I
camp.
am. And you know, it's clearly they heard my music earlier and they heard how good I was, and they were like, "Oh, this musician, he must have so many fortunes, you know,
Yeah, stop being so
hundreds upon
delusional.
100 gold." And
Astrid, I'm not sure I'm comfortable pulling out the bolts.
I'll help. I can help.
I have no experience in medicine.
I
Maybe I
am
can pull them out, but we need the
comfortable
entire
doing
thing.
it. Just help me.
Yeah,
I'll
but we
do it,
need the
just help
entire
me.
thing. We need the head of the bolt, and that's inside Astrid.
I'm gonna fish for it.
Hmm.
Astrid, bite on something. I'm gonna do it.
I don't sound.
Well, you know, because you don't want to bite your own tongue off or something.
Yeah, but by what?
Guess sees a place his scaly hand towards her mouth, kind of like,
No.
"Here you go."
Not a good idea, Gesh.
Quaid is just gonna
Oh.
grab a twig and semi-thick, and then give it to Astrid. Bite on this thing. Might taste like dirt, but I don't care.
Theldoranis comes over at last. He looks a little shocked. Comes and looks at you. I hope you're all right.
Oh, Astrid was gravely wounded. I'm just about to get this crossbow bolt out of her chest.
Do watch out.
Shoulder.
Do watch out. Don't cause any more damage to her.
We'll bandage her the second the bolt is out. That's why I have the first aid kit.
Remember to
I'm ready
Okay.
whenever she pulls it out,
You
so we
need
can
to
stop
put
bleeding.
pressure around the wound.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can I
Good
roll with
pressure.
advantage because we are preparing for this?
Yes, you can. You're helping each other and you're preparing, so you can roll medicine with advantage.
9.
So what you realize as Astrid, what you definitely realize as Yuzu yanks out this crossbow bolt, you realize that the tip is serrated.
Wait, serrated.
It just means it has
Sorry,
Like-
that was a wrong roll.
Serrated
so-
means that it's kind of like there's like piggy on the side, kind of like yeah, kind of
It's
like
like
a saw.
Yeah, like a saw, but not
Yeah, like a
not as
saw, yeah.
distinct.
So you take 3 slashing damage as he yanks it out through the flesh
And I
and the armor.
scream.
You scream as you
scream.
bite in as you bite into this. The blood now immediately, quickly starting to piddle and pour out.
Quaid immediately has a bandage in his hand and puts pressure on the whole inner. Is it the shoulder or the chest?
This is-
The shoulder and the stomach.
This is
I
the
think.
shoulder. Then
Yeah, the
then
shoulder,
he's gonna
stomach,
put
yeah.
pressure on the shoulder. Yeah.
Okay. Which one was it you pulled out? Was it one in the stomach or the shoulder?
2.
So what?
Both of them.
Both of them.
You have to roll again then, I think.
Yeah. Then you have to roll again.
It's 2 wounds.
It's 2 wounds.
I don't know how much health you have left. Oh, my god.
It's 10. It's better than 9. I mean, that's so. At
I'm
least I
dead.
have something.
I'm so dead again.
You can literally die.
You take another 2 slashing damage as usually pulls out the other serrated bolt.
You have like 1 HP left.
Yeah.
You, as Quaid, you're putting the bandage on, so you also have to roll me medicine.
Oh my god, I have no medicine. I'm just putting pressure.
You are getting health, so you will get advantage.
Can I roll survival instead?
No.
When Astrid screams, I scream too. So it's not like
Okay, so I roll medicine even though I don't have any medicine.
Yep, and you roll with advantage.
Whoo!
20, alright.
You're lucky.
You immediately stop the blood flow as you put on as quickly as possible. You're frantic. It's not. This is one of the few times you've actually done this. It's not something you're used to do.
No.
But you manage to actually stop the bleeding and put pressure onto the wound.
Both the wounds, apparently.
Both the wounds, yes.
Yusu's having pizza.
She almost killed you and she's having pizza.
This is my reward.
I'm feeling a bit peckish.
As you finish, Astrid, it's painful, definitely.
No.
She basically just bit the twig into several pieces, I guess.
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
I bit myself stuck in the twig. I'm like,
But though it feels like you're about to pass out again, you manage to keep conscious throughout.
it's
the
like
entire thing.
vision is like blurry.
Yeah, vision is blurry. Voices are muffled, but you manage to snap back, stay conscious for the process, and finally the wounds are closed or patched, at least, and no longer bleeding.
I look at Gesh. So, can you heal her more? Or are you out of energy?
Getch looks at Quaid and is like, of course I can heal her more. And then he's like, he looks at her.
Then do it!
And he looks at Astrid and he's like, starting to like, he starts chanting his hymn like earlier. And then like he starts pushing his magical crafts into it, and then it kind of like stops and just opens his eyes like, when I think about it, I am fairly tired.
Okay.
I can do it tomorrow.
I hate this.
And then he
now.
gently just pats Astrid on the cheek, like, there. Tomorrow I'll
she's,
heal
she's
you
like
again, big sis.
she's like barely hanging in there, and he's like, I'm tired.
Take her to a tent, you guys. This sucks. Let's take her inside.
Okay, Quaid will pick up Astrid. I don't think she's very heavy.
She's a half elf.
That's nothing to do with your weight.
What about the elves? Elves are light, aren't they?
Women in
Yeah.
general are pretty light unless you're big.
She has spent most of her adult life in the wilderness, so she's light.
Well,
Gesh looks at the father. Father, do you agree that the bandits most likely attacked because they knew I was here? And like, I heard my great music earlier, and thinking that I perhaps have a lot of valuables. Don't you agree?
I must say that I do not agree on that. Bandits. The bandits around here apparently has been attacking various of caravans has been going through. They've not stolen much coin, but they have been stealing materials. Wood, stone. The guards believe that they might be building a foothold further in the woods, but it's nothing we should. It's nothing that we should stick our noses into. We should simply prepare to get, well, ahead once it becomes morning.
Okay. Kemp sits down by the campfire and starts playing music on his lute.
It is around 2 o'clock in the night.
Oh,
It is.
he does. He goes to bed.
It's very, very late.
Nah, it's not that late.
So,
Do we know how far we are from our destination? Did Tadaranis carry his sack? Is he keeping it close at all times?
he's keeping it close at all times, yeah.
And I look at the sack and then look at him and then look away.
Alright. He looks at you, gives you a smile. Seems like you were right. It wasn't just the horse. But I doubt they are going to try another attack. Perhaps we were lucky and got them all, after all. So let's head in, get some rest. And Thedorans turns around.
I nod.
He nods at you and turns around and motions you towards the large tent.
Wade walks out after having put Astrid down. He looks at Teldoranus and says he's gonna keep watch for the night just in case. Because he's unharmed. No damage.
Very well. One of the guards will stay up alongside with you as well.
The most wounded guard should be going to sleep.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Kron as well heads to bed. So. What about you, Yusu?
You should go to bed as well, Yuzu.
I'm kind of waiting for an opportunity to talk to Quaid. I
I
just
need
don't want to make it
air.
Alright.
kind of just shadowing him.
Orion sits inside and he lies down, keeps a close eye on Astrid as he falls asleep. The other guard as well takes point and keeps a close look out and around the perimeters while the camp slowly starts to fall asleep. What
Remains of it.
What remains of it. Both Quaid and you are tired. It is around 2 o'clock in the night.
I got a little bit of sleep, but not a lot.
Not a lot. Not a long rest.
No,
What? No long rest, damn it.
no. but I'm unharmed, sir.
I'm harmed, but I forgot to deduct it, and I forgot how much damage I took.
Well, I'm injured, so I'm gonna keep.
I'm pretty sure you
Resting.
took 2 damage, if I remember correctly.
2. Okay, I'm gonna put it
Two
at
2
8.
piercing damage because the
Yeah.
dog bit you.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It depends on how long we're sleeping, actually.
Yeah, it does.
And I'm gonna stay asleep because I'm injured.
Yeah, that's
need
why I
rest.
say it's. That's a good idea.
Wait,
Shame you're not me.
Mm.
What? What?
I went through Father's bag.
Okay. What about
I have
that?
no idea what he's carrying. Literally, it's like he has that weird book with him, the one we saw when we were children, the one he took out when those uninvited visitors came over, that Goliath and the others. He has a glass with some blue thing inside that's trying to break out but cannot because the glass is enchanted. I have no idea, and some blueprints, but I couldn't make sense of any of it.
He's Captain Genie.
Well,
Thought I'd share.
yeah.
I don't know. I
what to
kind of want to
think,
ask
you know?
what.
I don't know what to think, to be honest, because I'm not sure if the bandits are related to this or if it was just a coincidence.
We should somehow try to ask him what he's up to, but I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to be subtle about stuff.
Hmm.
Just think about it.
Yeah. Just get some sleep, Yuzu.
Okay. I'm gonna try to step over Gash.
Just step on him. Scaly.
You can step.
Or step. I'm just gonna step on it.
You can step over Gash easily.
He's lying there snoring like.
Yeah.
But yeah. You slowly fall asleep as well. As another hour passes, Quaid, you are approached by the guard, and he places a hand on your shoulder. Thanks for the help. It could have ended bad. It did end bad. But at least...
Could have been worse.
Yes. It could have been far worse. You should get some rest. I'll take the rest of the watch for the night.
You're both injured, yourself and your comrade. I think it's best if I stay here as well. It's not just for your safety, but for my family's safety as well.
Very well. I won't stop you then, kid. And he steps up. Take the other
Yuzu
side.
feels the love.
And looks around. The night continues over, and at some point it passes, and morning takes hold. So morning takes hold, and day arrives. You all wake up as the first rays of the light shines in through the tent fabric, gently waking everybody up. Quaid, you've been up all night. With this man. You've not had a long rest, so you take a point of exhaustion.
Yep.
Mm.
Slowly start to wake up, and as you do, it's the night after the attack has been quiet. There's been no one that seems to have approached. There's been no one that seems to have been trying to antagonize you to come out and look more or attack. Yes. Morning comes, and life starts to arrive in the camp. Thunderanalis as well.
I
Wakes up.
stay in bed.
You stay in bed. But the rest of you have gotten a full rest.
Have I got a full rest?
Yeah.
Oh. So I heal up?
If you stay in bed, yeah, you can heal up.
Is it a short rest or a long rest I need to restore my spell slots?
Oh,
It's a long
It's a long rest.
Damn it!
You had a long rest.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I said
That's-
I was
everybody-
reading through the handbook trying to find it, sorry.
I
It's
was
alright.
still critically injured, so I'm gonna sleep in a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
When Gash wakes up, he steps out of the tent, he like, stretches a little bit, probably takes out his flute, plays a little bit for like a few seconds and then puts it away. Big smile on his face, and then looks around, it's like, does anyone require medical attention? Like, looks at everyone.
None of the people seems to be interested at the moment.
Gash kind of tuts a little and he
Keep-
walks back
keep
inside to Astrid.
Keep your energy, Yes.
And Gash kind of shrugs a little and looks down at Astrid and is like trying to gently shake her a little bit, like, Astrid, Astrid,
Go away.
Astrid,
What?
are you awake?
Yes.
Now I am.
What do you want?
How are you feeling?
Like I almost died?
Fair enough. And he kind of like starts studying a little bit, like trying to check on her injuries to like kind of get a rough estimate, checking kind of like her skin tone, like if she's very pale, like trying to make
Hey.
a rough trying to make like a rough estimate of like of how
The bandages,
ill.
the bandages would definitely need to be
Changed.
changed. They are caked in blood. She looks perhaps a little pale from blood loss, but otherwise she seems physically fine.
Alright, well,
Could I have some water?
Astrid, Gesh kind of nods a little bit, like, "Hey, use it, get some water, thank you." And then
It's like
then
just believes that everyone
he
is just his like retinue.
he then starts to kind of like he gently removes the bandage, like, "I'm just going to take care of you, Astrid, okay?" And he starts to like remove her bandages, studying the injuries a little bit, and then he starts kind of like moving his hands over the wounds and starts quote unquote singing, more like chanting, making some noises with his mouth, some different pitches and so on, as he uses cure wounds.
Wait,
But she's healed up.
yeah,
You heal up after a long rest.
yeah, I'm healed up. It's just this is just a flavor event.
Yeah. So you don't have to.
Well, you can never be too sure.
That's true. You'll never be too sure. You do look over the wounds and you take a closer look at them. Astrid, it feels uncomfortable as he peels off the blood-soaked bandages as they kind of stick to your skin. Exactly. It is still very much tender, very much sore.
It's like ripping off a band-aid, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And as he does, and finally pulls the lump that was left in away. There's just like this small hole that sticks into your stomach. Once that's done, he does his entire voodoo magic thing. And the wound and the wound, the remaining of the wound closes up, leaving nothing but a small puncture scar.
Hey, that's handy.
Gersten kind of like pats her on the head and is like, Yesu, where's the water?
I'm standing right next to you.
Yesu just looks at her and is like, oh,
Sass.
thank you very much, Yesu. Our big sister needs to regain her strength, because, you know, she was gravely injured. You are very kind, and he, like, seeks to, like, nudge Yesu to, like, hey, give her the water, and then he walks out and takes up his lute, sits down by the scorched campfire and starts playing.
He's obsessed with music.
No,
Duh.
he's obsessed with you, Astrid, I think. Do you want to sleep in more, or?
I'll be fine in a few minutes. Thanks
Okay.
for the water.
Cool.
So, you all wake up slowly, come outside, and you see that the two remaining workers here seems to be moving logs towards the cart and putting them on.
Should be bright now, though, right?
It's... oh yeah, sorry. Rank.
How do you lower your exhaustion level, by the way? I forgot. Just resting?
You need to rest.
A long rest, right?
Yeah, a long rest. Or greater restoration spell.
Yeah, I don't have that.
I sit down, but I come out and sit down by the
Up
fire.
and walking. Astrid.
So yes, you all slowly get your breakfast, talk a little bit around, get up for the day, get ready, and eventually everything seems to be packed. One of the people that works here steps out to the bodies here. He has a shovel with him, which he uses to start digging holes, while the guardsman from before that had taken a long rest takes one of the logs of firewood that is burning and takes it with him towards the bandit group.
Are there more shovels?
There seems to be one more shovel, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna help digging the graves.
Alright.
Quaid tells Jacob he's gonna go get some food.
Okay. Great nods. Go ahead. Alright.
Good morning, everyone.
Hey,
Hello,
Quaid, you
Quaid.
look like shit. Didn't you sleep?
No, I've been up all night.
Oh.
You look like shit.
Well, that's actually a very common comment in TV, I guess.
I guess it is.
No, I didn't sleep. I've been up watching all night, staying guard.
Oh man, you should have woken one of us.
Yeah, most of you were wounded. I'm fine.
I wasn't.
Well, you were exhausted.
Well, yeah, but like, you were injured as well, weren't you?
No,
Oh, okay, then it's fine.
that's what I thought.
I saw you with that great axe, like cut that guy in half. That was impressive. That was so cool, man.
He deserved it.
Oh, he did.
So you sit around, you have a little bit of banter.
Esther is kind of glad she didn't see that, actually.
Yeah, you do notice there's a large blood splatter on the grass over here. A few entrails as well.
Okay, that's gross.
badgers and raccoons are eating it.
Ooh, fresh cut meat.
Ooh, I think this is a spare rib. No.
Ooh.
But yes, Astrid, you help the man bury the bodies, and he looks to you and nods. Thank you. Some of them were good friends.
Yeah, I'm sorry we couldn't save them.
Well, it isn't always easy being a lumberjack. These woods can be dangerous. And the bandits has been getting bolder, so it's that.
Isn't the Lord of the Land doing anything about the bandits?
They're trying. But the bandits have situated them somewhere inside the woods that no one else has been able to get to. Not everybody gets back, or comes back, after looking for the place.
Are these bandits like an organized gang?
Yeah, seems like it. They've recently begun to steal a lot of wood and stone from trading caravans and especially us lumberjacks. There's been a few of our groups that has stopped working completely for our own safety, but we gotta put we gotta put food on our table. We have families we need to feed.
Of course. If they're stealing these kind of materials, it could be that they're making some sort of makeshift fortress.
That is what we fear as well. It's good wood they're taking, definitely. They've been getting bolder.
So why is your escort so small?
We were more, definitely. We were also more lumberjacks. We sent a cart ahead to West Pass. It isn't far from here, after all. A half a day's walk, really. But I guess the escort never came back. I wonder if they ever reached West Pass, to be fair.
Are there any garrisons at West Pass?
There's a small garrison. A small garrison of 50 men. And women.
Suppose we should take a look at that then.
Perhaps.
But first we should tend to your friends.
Yeah. Thanks. So after burying the bodies, he stands for a moment. He says a few words to each of them. And eventually he looks to you, nods. That's all I can give.
That's quite enough.
Sorry. The name's Eric. Eric Forwind.
Sorry, I just heard Eric Foreman.
Forwind.
Yeah, it sounded so much like Eric Foreman.
I'm the foreman of the lumberjacks.
No, but you know Eric Foreman, that 70s show.
I didn't even know that. Okay. Learn something every day, huh, people?
Yeah, I'm Astrid.
A pleasure, Astrid. A pleasure.
Yes. A pleasure. I wish we met under different circumstances, but what can you do?
Certainly.
Will you stay out here and keep working? I mean, most of the workers were slain.
No, I will head back with the last batch of lumber, and we'll see from there what happens.
Are you heading towards West Pass?
I'll be heading towards West Pass, setting off the lumber there, and then head straight back home to Renestein.
We'll make sure to escort you.
All right, we leave in about an hour.
All right, I will prepare my family.
Thanks. It's much
Don't
appreciated.
mention it. All right. They will be making a delivery to West Pass in about an hour. We should escort them because, well, the roads here aren't safe. Obviously.
Is that where we are supposed to be going or not?
Yeah, I think so.
Then Uranus looks to you. We will, we will definitely be passing through the West Pass. Certainly, it is a small, site, bury of a town. Well, not much of a town. It's a pass. When you go there, you
Pass.
pass. Indeed. It's not much happening there. It is simply a resting place for lumberjacks, and a little bits away for the garrison. It's slowly growing to a town, but it's not very big. Not a lot of people. We could continue after we hit West Pass and head straight towards Renestein.
I want to check on the situation at West Pass before we continue, if that's okay.
Certainly. That can certainly be arranged. Are you sure, though? This is not our work or
At least
duty?
I agree with Father. These people are no one to us, and besides, we promised him to do something. Which, when we come back, then we should check it out. Not before Father has made his delivery.
I understand we have other commitments, but I don't like much to leave people in need behind.
I'm certain that West Pass itself is safe. After all, it is the home of one of the garrisons of Renestein.
Well, it seems like these bandits are organized in a larger gang. And if that's the case, then it's possible that they can be a threat even to a garrison.
Well, I mean, how much work will the garrison be able to do? Like, I don't know how far it is between here and the garrison, but like, if they've been having bandit issues here for a while, then shouldn't the garrison be doing something about it?
It might be lacking the manpower. Or
Why would
Yeah.
they
We
even
don't know.
trust us? We are four strangers. Why would they even trust us to like? They would
basically save this lumber camp.
Well, I mean, that's what I would do if I were spying for the enemy. I mean, you're gonna play into the hands of the enemy and then backstab them.
It's true, they don't have any more reason to trust us than that the people of this camp can vouch for us, but I don't like to turn my back on this kind of issue.
I agree with Astrid.
We can totally just return. Like, how far is Renestein? Drop Father off and then come back. I mean, I don't want to get the old man involved in something.
No, I will be committed to what we set out to do. It's just I was just hoping that we would have time to do something to help these people as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind helping them either way. Maybe we should talk to the captain about the situation at the garrison. Maybe he knows if they need any help. And maybe there's some rewards we can take. Who knows?
And there's motivation. Money.
If you
At the-
see my eyes like kind of light up, like
At the very least, I'd like to know more about the situation.
I mean, I think we could get them to pay us something.
Maybe a little bit
Yeah,
of
and if there's
coin.
if there's a tavern there, I could probably get a night job there to play, and maybe we could get some free food, rations, you know, some nice living quarters whilst we're there.
That's probably a tavern. It's a pass. Who knows? I haven't been there yet.
Why don't
Anyway.
we decide when we get to West Pass?
Either way, I'm gonna go ask the captain if the garrison is having any trouble and could use some help, and maybe if he could do like a written voucher or something if they don't trust us. I don't know.
At this point, you all get hit by this stench, almost of burning hair and flesh, as the bandits over here has been set ablaze.
Quaid is not too bothered. That might be a sign for some people.
Did you ever smell burnt goblin? That's nasty.
Cannot. This is vile. Let's go.
I'm gonna
Which
go talk to the
direction
captain.
Okay. He looks at you as you approach him.
Yeah. You've been mentioning that the bandits have been growing bolder in their attacks on this camp. Is it possible they're also growing bolder in terms of attacking the pass?
No, they're not bold enough to attack the pass yet. They have been very much adamant in avoiding it, to be fair. After all, the pass is filled with guards. The pass is part of the garrison, after all.
Yeah.
Not a lot of it isn't open for the public, and the workers and such are living in the small buildings outside of the garrison. But it's 54 maybe 50 to 60 guards there, coupled with a commander and some captains. They're not gonna attack there.
Is it possible that they might need some help in terms of dealing with the bandits? We might have some time to deal with them.
Not at the moment. It is something I'll have to bring up with my superior, of course, when I return.
Will you be returning with us to the pass in an hour's time?
I will. After all, we are done here. We'll be leaving this camp and heading to the pass.
Very well, then I suppose we'll talk again when we get to the pass. And maybe we'll find out if you need some help in regards to these bandits. I think that we are willing to help you in that regard.
Let's see. Is there anything, when I bring the information to my superior, is there anything I should say, call you by, name, group, or...
Ooh.
All stars.
The Kelkian siblings.
Yeah.
The Kelkians.
I feel like I'm trying to title our group now, and I don't know what to
The Calcians. That sounds kind of cool.
Gesh and company.
Exactly what I was expecting of you.
See anything value? Like, are these really poor
Yeah.
people?
We're just a bunch of adventurers mostly. We don't really have a name, but you can call me Quaid. That's so just Quaid. Ask for someone.
Oh, well, I'll tell him Quaid.
And well, maybe you can vouch for me. We've been here. We helped you with dealing with the bandits. Hopefully, you know that we're not bad people.
Don't worry, I understand. I won't say anything bad about you. I'll tell you that you helped out. I'll also inform him of the missing guards, or the missing scouts who were meant to come and help.
About that, I don't think we told you, but we found one of your guards northeast of here, up against a tree. He was, his throat was slit while we were out on scout. I'm not sure how big the patrol was, but we only found one person.
A patrol of 5. This will be able to take out one.
Well, that means there's probably more bandits as well.
I'll bring my superior the information, but he's quite the prick. Don't expect much.
I'll keep that in mind.
If anything pops up, I'll send a messenger. But for that, I'll need to know. Are you going to stay anywhere when you reach your destination?
Well, we're probably going to stay at the pass for a moment. If there's nothing for us to do, and if everything looks fine, then we're probably going to go off to Rinestein immediately. But we'll find out once we get there.
From the pass, you can get a wagon ride to Rinestein. Doesn't take long. Takes half a day, which means if we leave in an hour, you'll probably be able to reach Rinestein. Say by tonight, around midnight.
That's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we'll help you pack up so you can leave as soon as possible.
Thank you. Alright.
Since you've been playing around.
Bingo. On the sacks. Bingo.
What is Yuzu doing?
Just jumping on the sacks and then jumping to this tree trunk and then jumping back to the sacks and.
I have a feeling you're gonna roll
balance.
Athletics.
Yeah.
He's kind of bored and just balancing around stuff.
Balancing. Alright, roll me acrobatics.
You can't do anything without having to roll.
Well, the others call you out on it, and
Oh, you break your shin.
no, you manage to just balance. These sandbags are rather loose, so they're not really good at balancing on for too long. And eventually one of them do slip, and you almost fall down. And you continue, I see. Okay.
Roll me another acrobatic.
You used to have no sense of self-preservance.
Apparently not. So.
He just keeps taunting the DM.
So. Things becomes, the rest of the camp starting to be packed up. They leave some of the tents behind for the next weary travelers to come around. The table as well. They seem to focus on taking the locks. And they do. And they pack up. And they prepare to take their leave. As they get onto the wagon, Eric is the one driving it, sets off, and the two remaining guards that there are follow suit. What about the rest of you?
I am walking ahead of the wagon.
Alright.
A distance, like scouting ahead.
Alright.
Gerrit is walking by the wagon.
Quaid walks
Gently,
behind the
like,
wagon.
No, so not sitting
Like-
on the wagon and playing.
Don't give him any
No.
ideas.
Gerrit is walking by the
Horse.
wagon, and he's playing on his flute, kind of like a
I'm thinking like an army march song at the moment.
Kind of like, let's see.
Okay. You can roll me a performance.
Okay, let's see. Performance. Yeah, what kind of
Performance
aiming
better
for?
fucking heal my exhaustion.
Performance kind of like it's like, or the song is kind of like a like Boy Scout troop kind of tune, kind of like yeah. So I don't know how to describe that kind of music. It's like yeah, exactly, yeah. Kind of like that.
Okay. Sure. Okay. So you set out to travel. As you do, you takes some time, around half a day, on foot, as everybody's walking slowly, so those walking can follow. Eventually, you do all reach.
West Path. Where's the shit? Oh, we're here.
Ooh, nice. I'm gonna take a. Ooh, nice. I like the area.
Eventually, you do all reach West Pass.
Mara.
Mara?
Yeah, I see a town called Mara down there.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Did you know that is the Elder Scrolls goddess of love?
I had forgotten. But it's a good name.
It is.
But you reach the West Pass. It's small, it's quaint, it's nice. And as you reach it, it is rather fitting. The map you see here is the map that that was at the camp. So it's very much a basic map that's provided to the camp to like show the forest areas and such.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, you reach West Pass. As you come to it, you see there are a few buildings, a few there's a few buildings. There are a few shops. The shops that seems to be there. There we go. You too. The shops that are there are seems to be general stores for fruits and salts and such. The general materials.
General materials.
General materials. A little ways off to the north of West Pass, you can see a fortification, which you gather is the garrison that is made. But you can see there has already been laid plans out for more buildings in West Pass to make it a proper town. You walk through and you can see there are multiple workers here. This isn't much of a town of families. It's more like it is a town for workers where they are while they work in the area. There are guards walking around, guarding near every house. As you arrive, some of the workers look at all of you and they seem a little perplexed to see some of you. Not your group, but those that you're traveling with. One of the workers comes up and says, "Huh, well, your shipment is late." Late? We sent one a few days ago. There never arrived a shipment, sir. Right. Of course not. We weren't attacked by bandits. Ah, damn it again. Yes, certainly. But we were helped by these adventurers. So, at least we got one shipment. The worker starts to like look around and they look at you. They nod in thanks before they start to unload the cart for logs and wood, bringing it into a storage.
Facility.
Yeah, storage facility. What do you do?
Gesh looks for the closest tavern if there's one there.
You look around. You don't see any taverns.
This is not the time for Gish.
Time is
like, upon not noticing a very obvious tavern, he kind of looks at the rest of the group. Is like, yeah, we should just keep on moving. There's nothing here for us.
time is it?
I actually tag along with Jacob to. He was going to see his superiors, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm tagging along with father.
All right.
Quaid and Astrid follows Jacob, I think.
All right. And Gesh, what is Gesh doing?
He kind of like he looks for a random like empty crate if there's one there, like a little bit sturdy one.
All right. There isn't really any empty crates outside. At least not anyone that is not being used or worked with. As for Deldoranus, he walks into a building where he starts to talk with an elderly human sitting in there. He seems to be planning to get a wagon for the rest of the way to Renestein.
I'm gonna help him negotiate.
All right. You help him negotiate, and with some luck and some good persuasion, you manage to negotiate a good.
Proficient in persuasion.
All right, you can roll persuasion then.
Oh, with advantage.
Yes, with advantage.
Nice.
Ooh,
Okay. 18.
neat.
You managed to get a good price. Half price, actually,
Ooh.
to get to Renestein.
I'm gonna ask father, is there a deadline for you to deliver this thing?
Well, it's more of a meeting set up. Yes, I do have to deliver, at least give a few things, but it is more like a meeting and talk with a old business partner. He nods a few times, but it's as soon as possible. As soon as possible. I'd at least like to be there before tomorrow night.
Okay.
Upon noticing the acquiration of a wagon, Gesh makes his way to that wagon and he climbs on up and he puts away his flute and takes up his lute and he starts strumming it and playing and singing a song about the great battle west of West Pass. And of the fallen soldiers and civilians, and how the great heroes, Gesh and his family, defeated the bandits, the huge army of bandits.
Roll me performance.
A lot of performance rolls going on. Oh my god, that shit.
Also roll me deception.
Oh god. You basically just made our reputation worse, I think.
Everyone's like, "Oh, boo! He's so full of shit."
Yeah, basically, there's a lot there's a lot of people like get down from there, shut up! Somebody stop that cat from pulling its own tail. There doesn't seem to be a good hype for music around here.
Someone is talking shit about him, I'm gonna try to intimidate them. Like, you don't talk that way about my brother.
Alright,
Have some respect.
roll me intimidation.
It's gonna be a shit roll. The luck is so bad. Oh, thank God.
I am proficient in intimidation.
Yeah, you are. You got like a 3 bonus.
You manage to somehow scare to scare some of them. Like, yeah, right, fine.
When I imagine this, I look kind of scary a bit. Like, I don't know, with black eyes and like with a very like scary expression. You know, like kind of like the vibe. You know.
It's like you go all out Gandalf, you know, like Bilbo Baggins.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like. But you know how some you know how some people have like this kind of like creepy vibe. Like I imagine that.
Okay. As for Quaid and Astrid, as you approach the garrison alongside with Jacob, you are stopped by the gate, and Jacob turns around and says, "I got it from here. Don't worry, I'll send a message if there's anything."
Well, you know best.
Certainly do. If there's anything you can help with, I will, of course, send a messenger to Reniston, depending on how long you are there, of course.
Very well.
All right, that's acceptable.
I suppose we might as well just make our way toward Reniston then.
You take good care of yourself.
Oh, don't worry. I have a lot to report to my superior, so... I think we do done something great this time around.
What? Gish would stop playing for a few seconds as people start shouting at me. Just back at me. Your mother is so ugly, folk turn to stone just in case they might happen to catch a glimpse of her face.
Okay. I mean, even for you, sure, whatever he's playing, it doesn't sound very good. And you know it's definitely not entirely true. But you got your bros back.
I can imagine that the intimidation there it stopped people from throwing rotten tomatoes.
Basically, yeah, like.
Sound around is just.
As you. So coming back to the town, you all gather up once again. Felderanus looks to you, Gesh, and like, son, calm down a little. It's perhaps we can find a tavern when we get to Reniston. There, you can play all you want. I'm certain.
I'm sorry, Father, but these people can't appreciate good music. They're like trained apes, except for without the training. And he like, continues strumming on his lute even harder and singing even louder.
I'm tempted to knock him out.
And I continue to give the death glare to everyone who attempts to say something.
This reminds me of when I played a bard in World of Warcraft, and
this is not the time, Matthew.
No, it's just once I was playing and someone didn't like it, and he shot my lute.
That is extreme. But you all gather up once again, and you all play around. You all get onto the wagon, and as you do, you start to set out onto the road once more. With with the driver in the cart. He doesn't seem too pleased with all the rockers and the music being played. All of a sudden, on the way to Reniston. But you do travel for a long while. And after a...
Am I able to get a long rest if I sleep on the way there?
I'd say yes.
In that case, I will sleep the entire way there.
Okay.
Because I'm tired. I'm gonna fall asleep instantly if I stand still.
Okay. You sleep the entire way. You
I
drive
guess like-
through... Yes, you drive through a long part of forested path. At the same time, as soon as you come out, you see these two towers, guard towers, that rises up and overlooks the path into the woods, but also the farms that seems to be surrounding. Up ahead, you see the city of Rinnestin. No walls, but still a glorious city to look upon as you get closer and closer, and reach the city.
Father, do you want someone to accompany you to this meeting? You know, I can easily assume the appearance of a bodyguard or something.
As you reach the city of Rinnestin, let me just...
Man, it's blurry.
Yeah, it fixes itself.
Just for a
eventually.
moment.
Yeah.
It'll fix itself, don't worry.
Are these new house models?
Yep.
They look nice.
I kind of ask him on
Wow.
the road this.
Yes.
This is still made in Incarnate.
Yes, it is.
Damn, they updated.
So as you reach... Jesus Christ, this is maddening. Can you all see the map?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on my favorite terrain, coast.
Hey.
Coast is your favorite terrain.
So as you
Because
reach
big
the
cities are on
city...
the coast.
Because
I'm a city dweller.
Mm.
And most major cities are on the coast, and that's why I figured coast.
Fair.
So,
Can't you have? Is it possible to have favored terrain urban?
no.
No, that's why I chose coast, because I figured, again,
Yeah.
cities.
Okay.
So as we reach the city of Rinnestin, you ride in, and there are plenty of people around, walking the streets, living their lives. It's a relatively large city. Definitely not the biggest capital in the world. It's actually one of the smaller ones. But you can still see how much trade that is going through the city, as there are carts with goods going in and out of the town, and around into the streets and such.
Just a question. If this is the capital, what is the actual realm called?
This is the Fafria government.
Okay, that was a difficult word.
And we
Oh,
are
it says
in
there.
which
Yeah.
continent?
Holy shit,
Fafria.
that's a lot of
Fafria.
Fafria government.
that's a lot of
Fafria.
that's a lot of consonants.
No, it's just Fafria.
Fafria.
Fafria. Like Faxacondi, but Fafria.
The Fafria government. You would know it as a political government. They are ruled by a council of trade lords that in ages past toppled down the region's former king and dynasty and took over instead. It is, of course, late in the evening now as you finally reach the city. There's not a lot of people on the streets, though there are a few, and there are, of course, traders that is choosing to travel at night instead of early morn or dusk. after some time, as you come into the city, the cart stops at one of the stables, and you're set off here. What do you do?
So, Father, any idea of where we are staying tonight?
Well, there is a place, certainly. There's a place called the Atlas.
Sounds fancy.
It's a general tavern where there's a few patrons, some decent food, and a crowd, usually.
Gash crowd.
Yeah, I saw his face there when he
You
mentioned.
can totally if you play, we can pay half price. If maybe you can get us some half price rooms or something.
I already
Gash looks
have.
at
I
you.
actually think they're free.
Free.
Nothing
Because
is free.
if I perform as well due to my entertainer, it's also free. For
What
me.
can you do? What can you do?
Do a plaything.
Gash
I
looks
mean,
at you, so you kind of like, excuse me, you underestimate
perform.
me, little sister. With my skills and studies of music, I can, I once got a free room for a week, and I only had to pay for food, and somewhere else I paid half rent for the room and got free food and drinks for the entire weekend I stayed there. I can get
I
this
check.
to work.
Is he bullshitting?
Are you bullshitting, Daniel?
I mean, it's a white lie. He's definitely not 100%
Roll me
honest.
deception.
Sit down.
Sit down.
Sounds like it's telling the truth.
Gash, then I'm gonna be expecting some free wine tonight. Cool. You hear that, guys? Gash has us covered, you guys.
Yeah. Let's go to the tavern right now so I can set up the arrangements.
I'd just be happy to have a warm meal, really.
Alright. So you all head towards the tavern?
Yeah.
Can I, when we pass through, I'm like kind of paranoid because I'm in the capital. Can I see people with like chained weapons?
Roll perception.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Can you see people with what?
Just that laugh right after. Okay. But yeah, you can definitely reach the tavern. Just need to make certain. Yep. Quaid and Yusu. Mr. Thel.
Oh,
Holy
so-
shit, this is very
This is
zoomed out for
big.
me.
I
Oh,
just
this
read
dude
that.
looks incredible. Jesus.
Neat.
Oh my god, it's
Just
a
a
half
piano!
orc woman. Or an orc woman.
Are you proficient in the piano? I mean, I think you can only. You can't play everything, I think, as a bard. It doesn't mean you can play everything as a bard.
Oh, I'm only proficient. Let's see. Yeah, tool proficiency is the pan flute, the viol, lute, and bagpipes.
Bagpipes, awesome.
We have to get bagpipes. Like, seriously. Imagine us walking and giving the background music with the bagpipes. That's how we pass through town.
Max,
Yes.
Do I recall correctly in the last campaign there was a barkeep who was like 4 squares?
No.
No, because I remember someone who was really large.
Yeah, that was Rockruff.
Yeah, what didn't he cover 4 squares?
No.
Why do I remember that then?
Dude, he
I
was
don't know.
like 20 feet. The Rockruff was not 20 feet across.
No,
It's 20 feet wide.
It's just something
So-
that is in my mind. Like, did he? It seems like a no, but
He
it's
was
something that
he was
I
described. He
recall.
was he was described as large, but he's not here. So, you reach the tavern of Atlas. Outside, you see the sign hanging. It looks like a large globe with a sword stuck through it. From the sword hangs a banner that simply says Atlas.
Well then.
Gesh rushes in and walks straight to the barkeep.
Okay.
Excuse me, are you the manager here?
You
See the manager, please.
you head up to the bar and you see this brown-skinned half-orc lady. She crosses her arms and she looks at you.
Is she pretty?
She's decent to look at.
Oh, hello there, Georges. Are you the manager around here?
Good try. Yeah, I run the place.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Gesh. I am a traveling musician, and I was wondering if me and my 4 family members here could possibly get possibly if I were to entertain the tavern for the night until you close the serving, if we could possibly get free food and maybe some drinks. And he like smiles at her. Like he's actually like not just trying to woo her. He's actually like seemingly having an interest for her.
I'm gonna chime in. He is the best with the flute you have ever seen. You have never heard anyone like him before.
Roll
This is gonna be the performance of the night. Everyone is gonna talk about you guys in the city
Roll persuasion.
with advantage.
Fine.
We're
with
helping.
Me
advantage.
or her?
You, Gesh, you.
Okay. Does my
You have advantage since you're getting help.
You do see that
Okay.
there's a piano and a harp in here, right?
yeah
Yeah, but he doesn't know to play though.
No, but if we could play the
With the-
piano, it'd be like do 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 do.
It's 18 because it's advantage.
I can see that. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
We could turn this place into a Western saloon.
She looks. She looks at you, and then to your group.
Does my by popular demand play into this?
Oh,
That's actually a good one.
She looks
Yeah,
at
we both
you,
have that.
and she says, "If you play tonight, I'll give you a free room. I'll even put in a meal. Your friends can get a discount."
Guess he blushes a little and is like, "Oh, thank you. All right. Well, I'll get
kinda-
started working then."
I grab Quaid and I'm like, and what about this guy over here? He's even better.
Oh my
No.
god.
No, she says,
Wait,
and
tell
as
him.
you, as you make space, so Thel pops forward. The half-orc lady's eyes opens wide, and she forms a large smile.
No.
As she holds out her arms. Ah, Mr. Kelgian, welcome. It's certainly been a while. Ran us nuts, and
Oh, you know our father.
just to point out that our father.
he comes forward and he sort of places a don't hand on your shoulder, and smiles to her. Certainly, Miranda. It's been a while. Last time I saw you, you were yay high. Well, I took over this place from my old man. How is he these days? Oh, you know, he's at the docks, fishing, drinking when he can. Hasn't changed then. There's banter a little bit back and forth. Before she reaches under the table and she takes forward a key and hands it to him. Your room is already ready, sir. And he nods. Thank you. Make certain my children gets a proper meal as well. Will you? She looks at the rest of you. Her eyes linger on you for a while, Yusu a little bit disapproving. And then she goes, sure. I'll go up and I'll unpack and see if I can get some rest. It is rather late, after all. You see him up, and you see him head up the stairs towards his room. And as you stand in the tavern, a little bit of flute music. Gesh, roll me a performance.
Please don't roll shit. You're gonna embarrass me. It's getting hot in here.
Before he plays, though, you know, he has to make. He needs to prove to this lovely, beautiful half-orc lady working in a bar, and, you know, managing the tavern. Like, he needs to impress everyone. So he looks at the people in the bar in the tavern. He's like, "Greetings, everyone. I'm Gesh. I'm a traveling musician, and tonight I will be your entertainment." And then he takes up his flute and he starts playing a little happy tune.
Okay. The people turn around and they look at you, waiting expectingly. There are a few faces in here. There's a dwarven lady. There is an Ericoa in here, which is a rare sight. They don't usually travel into large cities. You can see there's some people sitting in the back here.
Is this my
well.
first time seeing an Aarakocra?
No. It's not your first time. So, they wait expectantly for you to start to play, and as you do, they start to smile, and some of them turn back to return to their conversations, reinvigorated. Others keep their eyes on you, and some starts to clap and enjoy. It doesn't take long before food is also presented for those at the counter. But, ladies and gentlemen, as you eat your dinner, that is where we're going to end it for tonight.
No.
Want to seduce the barkeep?
Same.
Oh, next time!
Wait, seduces the barkeep or tries to.
Next time on Tales of Irus, the two brothers try to seduce a half-orc lady. It's going to be interesting, going to be fun, going to be crazy.
Love triangle.
A love triangle is already starting.
I'm not gonna go with him in bed. Jeez.
A love triangle is already starting. It's going to be quite the interesting thing to happen.
Well,
I do hope everybody has enjoyed themselves tonight, that they've had fun.
Yeah.
We had a little bit of combat, we had a little bit of story, we had a little bit of information learned.
A little bit of goofing around.
A little bit of goofing around.
A lot of that, actually.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. We next time we hope to cut down a little bit on the goofing.
Why? That's what's so fun about D&D.
All right, yeah, that is, yeah. But try and keep it. But try at least to keep it to D&D instead of suddenly going off the tangents.
It was mostly 2 D&D.
Yeah, suddenly World of Warcraft, suddenly Skyrim, and
I just had that little anecdote I had to tell.
I know. But yes, I hope everybody had fun, and I hope that everybody out there that has joined us for the session also enjoyed this calm little night and evening, or day, depending on where the world you are. Enjoyed it, had fun, and had a few laughs with us. This has been the Tales of Irus with our lovely players. The Lord Broman, the beautiful Beatrix, the amazing Ray Ray, the dashing Crush, and me, your humble GM. So
I think we give one for our fantastic DM, actually.
Yes.
He's doing a very good job.
thank you. So I'm certainly no Matthew Mercer, that's for certain. But hey, yes, and we'll see you next time. Next time will, however, be a little further away, as I personally, I'm not certain I'll be in my home in 2 weeks, as I will be traveling. As I will be traveling at that point. But I am certain that if the others don't fix up a one-shot or anything, I'm certain they will have something for you as well to enjoy and have fun with. If you do want to follow us and keep a closer contact, even talk to us, please click the links in the descriptions. There are to our Discords, to our Twitters, and generally just to our community. We have fun, we play different games. And
we banter.
We banter. It's a great life we live in, and boy, in these times we gotta live that life. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.